What's up, faithful? What's up, faithful? What's up?
What's going down?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to our show, the Always Faithful 24/7 show. My name is Mark underscore Faithful 87. Gathered with the Faithful Huddle. What's up, Faithful Huddle?
Yo.
What's up?
All is well. All is well. Jizzle, my nizzle. What's up, bro?
It's good. It's all love out here, man. I'm just happy to be able to say that we're getting close back to football again. I'll be going to our preseason game on Friday, like I just told you.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I'm so excited for Friday's game, man. Man, I'm gonna be glued to the television, man. I ain't answering no phones. I'll probably text y'all only, but I'm excited. I'm so excited, man. I couldn't agree with you more. Prez, my brother from another mother. What's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. We outside, man.
You know, we outside, bro. You know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, we good. We good. You?
I'm good, bro. I'm maintaining, man. I'm excited regarding our guests. However, I'm gonna move right along with Uncle Key. What's up, Uncle Key? Welcome back.
Hey, man. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
It's like we say in the Deep South, let the hounds go. Loose. Oh, boy.
Yo, it's
about barbecue, football, and all kind of mentionable things.
Yo, Uncle Keith, it sounds funny, but I don't know what you talk about, bro. We got family from the South, but I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah, we all got family from the South, but we just gonna have to let him rock with that because you might not have heard it, but you're gonna just laugh, get that courtesy laugh, because maybe you just didn't hear about that one.
I'm gonna tell you just like this. It's all in the spirit. Half the time we don't know what we're talking about neither.
Yeah.
We had the conversation, went around. You heard about 80 words, and ain't nobody understood a thing, but everybody laughing. But it's all good. Release the hounds. We ready to go.
Right. Oh man, listen to our beloved First Lady, Niners Jess. What's going on, First Lady?
What's up?
What's happening?
Excited for Friday.
Absolutely. P Warrior, our beloved brother, Faithful Boys, representing Faithful Boys. Our brother Cam Inman is coming in. I'm gonna bring him in a few minutes. What's up, P Warrior?
Oh man, I'm good, bro. It's good to be alive. Good to have y'all in the room, family. Love y'all to death, man. And ready to see this offensive line snag some people on Friday.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so Faithful Huddle, and to our faithful viewers, our special guest, we're going to bring in Cam Inman. Mr. Cam Inman.
Hey.
What's up, Cam?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Appreciate you on, man.
Hey, it's game week. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm good. It's been out there enjoying 12 practices of training camp. Great weather here in the Bay Area. It's certainly not like Rockland, or it's probably been in the hundreds back in the glory days. But I guess part of the good thing is there's been no really major injuries to any of the starters. So I think that's the number one thing you look through in training camp. And so I think the spirits are high.
That's great. Listen, let me tell you, Cam, the spirits is high amongst our panel. We are so excited to have you. We're excited to talk 49er football. We're excited for our first preseason game, our outlook on Trey Lance and the whole football team on both sides of the ball. I just want, from me to you and from the Faithful Huddle, we want to thank you for your availability, your time, and your support for our show. Our First Lady, she would like to introduce you to our faithful viewers. Our First Lady.
Faithful viewers, this is Cam Inman from the San Jose Mercury News. Welcome to the show, Cam.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, I will say also, it is a pleasure and an honor to be on because, I mean, in this environment nowadays where fans can, interact so well and engage, it's really important, I think, that not just media, but the team recognizes the passion for fans. I mean, you guys are the ones that why this whole business is in existence, that people want to know what's going on with your team, your fanatics, your fans. You want to We want to hear every little thing possible. So, fire away whatever questions you have. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. I'm not a hot take artist. I am not a negative Nelly. I'll tell it like I see it. I'm not going to paint a picture that's too rosy if it's not deserving to be. So whatever you guys want to know, fire away.
Okay, so I will start with the first question, and these are questions from the whole faithful huddle. Okay, so as you can see on the banner, Cam, since you've been covering the 49ers, what are your top 3 memories?
I like that question, first of all. And I've been covering the 49ers since 2000. So I've gone through a lot of coaching changes, a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of Hall of Fame caliber players, and a lot of players that you knew right away would wash out. So my top 3 memories, okay, the first one I'm going to say, because I go back to Candlestick, and I grew up in the Bay Area. I'm a Cupertino born guy. Grew up rooting for all the Bay Area teams, whichever one was winning, and obviously the Niners were winning a lot in my youth. So Candlestick holds a special place in my heart. And when the Niners beat the Saints in that playoff game, it was so electric to be. And in those days, the media, we'd be allowed to go down the field the last few minutes of a game. You'd have to sneak from the press box and go through the crowd, so you get the whole environment, everybody yelling. And watching that game go back and forth, those final minutes, it was unbelievable. The sound, everything, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Go back to their last win last season in Green Bay, watching a 49er team that was on a hot streak go in and beat Green Bay in snowy Lambeau Field was epic. I mean, I was not prisoner of the moment. That stuff was legendary, how they pulled that off. Not necessarily by offense, not necessarily by defense, but a special teams play, 1 or 2 special teams plays.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then my third moment, and so those are the 2 games that stick out. So now I'm trying to think of all the people I've met in my life, like covering the Niners, right?
Take your time. Take your time.
No, it's good because it's like I can say like you're not supposed to have favorites or like rooting for anybody in my position, right? Yeah. I would say, and I grew up as a kid where Joe Montana was winning Super Bowl, so obviously I keep Joe on a pedestal. Steve Young is like the nicest, my favorite athlete probably I've ever covered, and I only covered him after he retired. But I think Steve's the greatest. But I will say one of my favorite memories was just getting to know Bill Walsh when I first came aboard in 2000, and I felt, and I knew like just who I was around. I knew to relish any speech or any interview I ever had with him. And one of my final interviews I had with Bill, I was doing a story on Joe Montana, the 25th anniversary of them drafting Joe. Wow. And I sat with Bill one-on-one and we talked. And I sat with Bill a few times one-on-one. It was every time you talk to somebody of that stature, you want to like remember every single word they say. But Bill was just great. And it wasn't just, he knew he was great and he had reason to know he was great. He also had a great sense of humor and just a zest for life that I just loved. And I think that embodies everybody that's associated with the Niners and knows about what Bill did and in building that dynasty.
To add what you just said, Cam, in regard to Bill Walsh, he wanted to be great.
Yeah.
And that's what I took from him. You understand? It wasn't personal, it was just something that he wanted, and why wouldn't you want to be great at something?
Right.
Whether you win or lose, at least you put that effort to be great. And that was his intention. So I definitely agree with you totally regarding your statements, man. I'm sure that was a great environment to be in. Oh man, I wish I was there with you. However, I could just only imagine just the way you're mentioning about it. I'm glad that you can remember that epic moment. That's
for a little bit longer. I'm getting older, but I will tell you that the new coach right now.
Yeah,
the new coach right now wants to be great, and
yes,
the fourth quarter collapses and the NFC Championship game, the Super Bowl, and his previous existence with the Falcons. they crush him. If he took it in stride, I'd be concerned. I mean, you know how much he wants to win, and the ownership fully knows that they have a very good coach on their hands. And I think one of the storylines that's going to get overlooked a lot this year is Kyle is doing. Obviously, this is his legacy is on the line by putting in a new quarterback. This is the way the NFL works. And he's doing it with a brand new staff for the most part, where if you go back in 2017, there's only 4 assistants left out of the 20 he originally came in with. So, I mean, this is a big thing on Kyle right now. And it's just, he's going to have a year to get Trey Lance up to speed. And obviously, I think that they're going to go to the playoffs and go deep again, just because of their roster. But these next couple of years, the clock's running. He's got to go now.
Yeah, and I believe he will. And I can say this: 1, 2, 3, 3 out of 6 of us, we projecting that the 49ers going to win the Super Bowl this season, and that's just.
Well, you're supposed to. There should be 6 out of 6. You're the faithful. There's no such thing as kind of faithful. That doesn't work in marriages.
Exactly.
That's right. That's true.
Always faithful. Right. Exactly. See,
No, but going back to what you were saying, Cam, I do feel like, and I want to hear your thoughts on it, that maybe towards the end, these last couple of years, even that Jimmy G has took us to 1 Super Bowl and 2 NFC championships, that Kyle's kind of lost a little bit of faith in him, and he was kind of hiding him to the detriment of the offense.
Ooh, that's tough.
Well, you know what? He may have to do the same this year with Trey to get Trey up to speed. So, but that's what makes a good coach a good coach.
Yes.
To know what his players, to know how to get the best out of the players. Okay, there's only one Tom Brady, right? There's only one Peyton Manning. You do what you got to do. And if Jimmy was so handcuffed and a terrible quarterback, he wouldn't have that support in that locker room. He's a good quarterback. He's a great leader. But I think everybody kind of realized for Shanahan to have what he wants to do with his offense and have it's a multifaceted offense, right? It's like motion based. You want all these different players moving. You want to control every chess piece. And if you can add a quarterback, the person at the most important position that gives you more options, hopefully, then that's why they've made the move. And it's also the whole business aspect, I guess, of we have a guy on a cheap contract now, so we can afford to keep some of our better players and hopefully get the same, if not better, quarterback play out of a young quarterback. And maybe he becomes a great quarterback. I mean, we can just cut to Trey Lance right now. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. And I've seen every single one of his throws in training camp practice. I saw a lot of them last year, obviously. He's completing around 50% of the passes, which is not great. But they're not scheming plays for him to do that. I will say, if you look at some of the stats from training camp that you should look at some of the receivers, like who's getting the ball thrown to him and who's catching them. Well, Ayuk he's had twice as many balls thrown to him than anybody else, which reflects that the quarterback trusts him, whether it's Trey or anybody else.
Yes.
The coaches trust him more than ever. He's gotten better, and he also obviously has a connection with Trey. I just think I like everything I say. What I'm getting to is Trey worked so much with Ayuk. He put that work in, right? Ayuk's getting credit for all the work he put in. Trey put in that work too. He wants to get better. The team likes him. There was never this him or Jimmy or Trey last year. It was, this is how it's going to be, and they've handled it the same way right now. I've talked to Jimmy a couple times on the side during camp. I don't sense discontent on his part. I think he knows that he'll eventually end up somewhere. His legacy is intact with the 49ers. People are not going to look back and hate Jimmy Garoppolo. They're going to go, man, that guy was a winner for us. He got us pretty far. And then the regime, it's just the nature of the NFL. You had to turn it over to somebody else.
Listen, we totally agree. I totally agree. And I'm glad Jizzle asked you that question, and your response was great, and it was right on. One of our members on the Faithful Huddle asked this question: is the energy different from Jimmy G to Trey Lance in terms of the team intensity, expectation, and focus?
So
That's a great question, right? Because you got to figure if Jimmy's like main quality was leadership, then you're talking about the intensity, expectations, and focus, right?
Right.
But that's the beauty of the NFL or the beauty of football is that it's not on one person to do all that. I mean, Fred Warner's leading that, like with his intensity, and Fred's getting really nasty on defense, right? He is. Every freaking time he like the ball is coming his way, he's getting in an extra hit towards that ball or a little push somebody up. It's good. That's what he should be doing as a defensive player. Bosa's going to take it up another notch. I mean, I had a sit down one-on-one with Nick last week. It's going to come out in the Mercury News and our East Bay Times, or preview magazine, in the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
I'm a big fan of Nick in terms of his athletic ability, and he was able to let his guard down a little bit with me one-on-one. But when I see it on the field, Nick's like kind of tutoring some of the younger guys too, giving them high fives and giving them tips. It's what these guys, it's natural. It's a natural progression of leadership. So it's not just on the quarterbacks that I'm saying. And then offensively, you got Trent Williams, who should be helping these young guys to his right. You have Ayuk, who's kind of taking this leadership role with some of these younger wide receivers too. Danny Gray coming in, and Debo's obviously Debo.
Yes.
Juszczyk's the adult in the running backs room and is unbelievably brilliant and smart and great at what he does. And then you have a lot of so with Lance, it's not all on him, right? And then he has such a good support system with a good roster. And you have a lot of people coaching him up. I almost worry that there's too many coaches in his ear because you have Shanahan, you have Brian Griese now as quarterback's coach. Bobby Slowick's the pass game coordinator in his ear. Clay Kubiak's around. And then Nate Sudfeld was a really good mentor to him last year.
Right. He said that. He said that in the press.
He did.
Yes.
He did. And then don't forget about Mike Shanahan, who done one or two things.
And Steve Young. Steve Young. Yeah,
but like Steve knows his role of he's there for counsel if needed.
Right.
He is not a guy. And this is no knock on Jerry Rice, but Jerry wants to be part of the game still. Jerry wants to be in that freaking uniform. He wants every receiver to tell Jerry, give me the tips. How did you do it?
Yes.
Steve will be more of, if you have questions, I'm here for you. If you want to be, and Steve will tell him, don't be a running quarterback, be a pass first quarterback. Only run at your last resort. It doesn't work in the NFL if you're a running quarterback.
That sounds like Steve. That sounds like Steve. Yep.
Yeah.
That definitely sounds like Steve.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Do you think Trey learned anything from Jimmy G?
I think the best thing that Trey could have learned from Jimmy Garoppolo is how to relate with your teammates.
Boom.
And not that you're high and mighty. Like Jimmy's like the number one thing you heard from teammates for 5 years about Jimmy was he's one of the guys. Okay. Trey's going to be one of the guys, but he's also, I think, a little bit more of the I'm willing to be the superstar kind of thing. Jimmy is more reclusive on that. Jimmy's not out in public kind of guy, and he's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying every person's different. So what Trey can take from him is how did he relate so well to everybody? And you can see it in training camp practice. I'll do videotapes of this, video recording on my iPhone or whatever, of Trey going up to guys, just dabbing them before like the session start, right? Like I'm not alone in this. I'm here because of you guys. We all have to be in sync. And I think that's what he probably learned best from Jimmy.
That's great.
I should write a column on that. That's a great story. That's a great idea.
You should.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewind everything I said and write that verbatim.
It was a fantastic tagline.
Watching our podcast gives you inspiration. Rewatch the podcast.
Cam, you can watch this show 1,000 times if you want.
Only as long as I subscribe. We got to get those numbers up.
Absolutely. To our favorite viewers, you hear what Cam said. Please subscribe to our show. And please subscribe to Mercury News as well. Please subscribe. Please. Cam, here's another great question, I believe, from our faithful Huddle. Do you think Trey can support 3 1,000 receiving yards in Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle?
while he's also running for 500 yards.
That's a possibility.
I do because I think Debo had 1,400 yards last year. I don't think Debo is going to have as many yards or carries this year. He doesn't need to, because I think Ayuk's. I mean, here's the deal. A lot of this in football is predicated on health, and they play a very physical brand of football. The 49ers do. From whether you're with the ball or you're blocking, they are about physicality, and that's why they're always in contention under Shanahan. It is not a finesse team. It is a run-oriented team, and you're asking if they're going to have 3 1,000-yard receivers, and I still say yes. I don't know what I'm doing. I do think that's very possible. Are they finally going to have a 1,000-yard rusher for the first time since Frank Gore?
Good question.
That's a harder question to answer because I think they have more running backs than they know what to do with.
Abundance of riches.
Right. And today was a big running back day. They kept Mitchell out of practice. So it was a get Trey Sermon and Ty Davis Price and Hasty calloused up for the preseason load because it's coming to them along with Jordan Mason. This undrafted rookie, I'm telling you, he was very impressive in his limited opportunities in training camp. And we've seen that year after year in the Shanahan system. I mean, go back to Matt Breida when was it 2017 when Breida came in? I'm like, oh, this guy's quick.
Yes.
And if you're fast in Shanahan's offense and you got to go, that's going to be great. But a couple of these guys, they're bigger body backs. And I think this running game is going to be a little bit more physical and power oriented this year because you got an Aaron Banks that's more of a big bulldozer. Tomlinson was a really good guard. Very durable. I don't think Banks is anywhere near him yet. But I think the offense is going to change a little bit. Obviously, the run game is going to change because now you have another threat with Trey Lance.
Right.
And you ain't going to see Deebo Samuel running it 8 times a game.
Yeah.
And it's not about any contract thing. It's we don't need you to do that.
Yeah.
If we're in the playoffs in snowy Lambeau Field and we need you to do that on 3rd and 6, we're going to make you do that.
But you know what?
You're going to want to.
You know what, Cam? I would not put anything past Kyle Shanahan because I'm sure he will disguise Debo in a play.
Yeah.
It may not go to Debo, but it may be disguised.
Yeah, I agree. Like a motion back to the backfield, something that we saw later in the season where he did motion them from the slot into the backfield and then.
Oh, he will. That's a staple of the offense now. I mean, they ran one of those plays in camp.
Right.
One of the reporters relayed that. We're not supposed to relay scheme in our stories. And I'll just say generally if one person goes one way, the ball goes to another person going another way. Some people may call it a reverse. I don't want to say what it would be because that would be violating my protocol.
Understood.
But that may have been the only time I've seen Debo with a carry in the backfield through his 8 practices in camp because there's a reason for that, right? They have all these other running backs that got to get up to speed. And look, if Shanahan sees that nobody can stop Debo on a run in a game, he'd run it 20 times with him. He needs to win. It's all about winning the game. It's all about the mismatch, and if he's going to exploit it as much as he can.
And the reason why I said what I said, Cam, that I don't put anything past Kyle. Do you remember, and also the faithful huddle and our faithful viewers, do y'all remember last year they gave the ball to George Kittle as a running back, and he ran, I think the yards was 6 yards. And it was a great play. And I was like, wow, he using George Kittle as a running back. So, that
anybody's anywhere.
Exactly. And one thing about Kyle Shanahan, and maybe Cam, you can agree with me, maybe about 95% of Kyle Shanahan plays, there's always motion going.
Always motion going.
Exactly.
Because and that's to tip off the quarterback whether they're playing man to man or zone.
Yeah.
So that you could see where the linebackers or safeties are going, so you can follow that, and that's your cue, right? I mean, I played 8th grade football at Kennedy Middle School in Cupertino. That's as far as my mom wouldn't let me play. I don't know the verbiage, but this is what I hear. But I'm an expert to tell you who sucks and who's great.
You know what that means? That goes to show you, Cam, the eyes don't lie because you're watching, you're paying attention.
Hey, nephew, that sounds like a skinny cook to me.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than a skinny cook. Did we lose him?
I hope we ain't lose you, Cam. Okay, there you go, buddy. Listen, Cam, I don't know how long we have you.
Yeah, I got my mic. I got somebody buzzing in me in. So give me one more last question. What do we got?
Okay.
Can I ask it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Keith.
Do you see a scenario where Jimmy G stays with the team? And if so, how?
No. Next question.
Next question.
That's a quick one. One more.
Cam, what's your record for the season?
Somebody asked me this at practice the other day. I think I put 12-5, and I think that they can win the West because I think that the Rams will have some kind of a Super Bowl hangover. I think the Seahawks are rebuilding. I think the Cardinals are always just not there. And I think that the travel schedule is not as perilous as in years past.
Thanks.
And I think it sets up pretty well for them. I know they have like some tough games down the stretch, but that happens every year, which is better than having them at the front when Lance is learning what to do. So 5 losses is a great record for anybody, and that's probably too much. But I mean, you can get in the playoffs, by going 10-7 probably in this division this year. Because I don't think the other divisions are. I think the other divisions are more cannibalistic than this one because everybody's kind of middle of the road.
True.
Right, and so this one, I just see the Rams and the Niners are being the elite, and they should be able. I mean, it's just the Niners have to figure out a way to take care of the Seahawks and Cardinals, and they can't lose with those games anymore. They have to frickin' beat those teams. Russell Wilson's gone. The devil is gone. You get him you only get him once this year, and that's in Denver. And Denver is going to have a new coach. They got new owners. They have a new quarterback, and they're going to have new wide receivers because a couple of those guys got hurt so far. So they're a team in transition too. So why can't they win those games? I mean, it's set up that it's just a lot of this also. I mean, the Niners lost Mike McDaniel, who's very helpful with Shanahan on those strategy and play calls. But I think Kyle's brilliant. I think he's going to get help from a lot of other people. So,
Cam, can we keep you for 2 or 3 more minutes?
Okay, go 2 more minutes unless my son's buzzing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
It's first day of high school for my kid. I haven't seen him because he was at cross country practice. Hopefully he's running somewhere. All right, go ahead.
Great. Okay. On our show, we always have a trivia question, and I would like to ask you a trivia question. Okay. And I'm going to give you a short one. Okay. Being that we have
John Brody.
Okay. So, to our special guest, Cam Inman, thank you again. To our faithful Huddle. Okay. This question, number 1. Charles Haley wore number 94 for every game he ever played for the San Francisco 49ers.
That is false.
Okay. All right. Jizzle.
False.
Prez.
I'm going with the house. False.
You guys are cheap. You guys are cheap.
False.
I need a wolf.
First Lady.
False.
P Warrior.
Wolf. Somebody be a wolf. It's cheap.
P Warrior.
False.
Okay, that is correct. And I'm going to throw in.
What was the other one? Because I honestly don't know. I just figured it was a trick question. I thought maybe when he came back his second time around he had a different one, but I don't think he did. I think he was 94 the second time too, wasn't he?
No, you know what his number was?
What?
95.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, I'm good.
Don't make me come back here.
Hey, he had a trivia question when he said Dwight Clark.
You see it?
That's 85.
95.
No, 95.
No, that's 95. Yep.
That's 95.
Definitely 95. Look at the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Yeah.
Well done.
It almost looks like Chris Dolman.
Are you sure that's not Tank Carradine? Or
No, that's not.
That looks like Chris Doman.
I think that's Drake Jackson now.
No, that's Lily. Yeah, but from me and the Faithful Huddle, thank you, Cam.
Yeah.
For your
Thank you, Cam.
availability, your time, and your support, man. Thank you
Hey,
so
thank
much.
you all. I really appreciate the support too. So yeah, so read my stuff on the Mercury News, Twitter, Instagram. I'm at 49ers.cam. Y'all be good. Enjoy the season.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Come on.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye
Take care. Great
bye.
time, guys. Great.
Fire.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was going to ask him another question, but I was like, I want to get him with a trivia question. I gave him.
I had another question too, because me
Yeah.
growing up in the Bay and just being like obsessed with Bay Area sports, I didn't want to bring this story in while he was on, but like me and my boy, we didn't get the newspaper to our spot, so we would walk on our walk to school. We'd find somebody's newspaper out there, and we just steal the newspaper and read it, the sports page on the way there. We would just steal it for the sports page, and we'd be reading the sports page. And that was the only way you can get content at that time. And now that social media has changed it, I was going to ask him how different it is now, and do you think it's better now, or do you the newspaper days? And him being a writer for newspaper, I wonder if he relishes the days of old, where now with social media, everything's got out of hand. Just even if you look at the Debo situation, it got way more played out than in the newspaper age that it could have got.
Yeah. What's up, Lawrence?
What's happening, bro?
Yeah.
So,
Wow. Yeah. Just
That was a great question, Chisel. For real.
right?
Because if we talk about it as a group, I mean, I'm older than most of y'all, if not all of y'all. And a lot of my content came on the back of sports trading cards and newspapers. And of course, I was in the Northeast with the Daily News, Mike Lupica and all those writers. I mean, you felt like you were there. Now you get more opinions than you get fact. And you have to go through the opinion to get to the facts. So it's more noise doesn't make better music.
No.
Yeah, always.
That's a Southern statement, by the way.
I love the old school, like everything, man, like how everything was. And I feel like I mean, everything needs to change, but like we're making a turn for the worse.
Yeah.
You know?
After we won the NFC
Hit
championship.
hit that like button. Sorry for something.
That's okay. After we won the NFC championship game, before I left to come back to Jersey, I immediately went to one of the gas stations to see if they had the San Francisco Chronicle to get the newspaper. Because I just wanted that just to like frame it, you know, like I love all that stuff.
I do too.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Adam? Thank you for watching our show, man.
Appreciate y'all watching, man.
Yeah,
Tell your
absolutely.
friends.
Yeah, Ty said.
I'm with you. We didn't get news off, but we got pure fact. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. We got to decipher to get the facts now.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, Faithful Huddle, and also to our faithful viewers, before we go further into our show, I'm over here looking for it. Where you at? I got a lot of things going on over here. Okay, so let me just say it like this. Last Saturday, I don't know if everyone on a Faithful Huddle and our faithful viewers had witnessed the Hall of Fame speech last Saturday. I just want to say congratulations to Brian Young for the Hall of Fame class of 2022.
BY.
Yeah, man, it's well deserved. I was so happy for him, and also among the other inductees. Again, congratulations again, BY. A great speech regarding your journey, your dedication, your trials and tribulations with your journey, and also your beloved son, Kobe.
Yeah.
I know it hurted a lot being that you're on that stage and being appreciated for your accomplishment. However, it was great for him to also address his loving family that was in the audience, and to mention his wife and his children and his son that was taken away from them. Again, his name was Kobe, and when it touched me, when BY was saying that his son Kobe's favorite number was 22. I don't know if y'all heard him say that, but he was saying his son's favorite number was 22.
Wow.
And just to ponder on that, he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame in year 2022.
Yeah.
So it's just like wow. So again, from me to BY, congratulations. I just wanted to say that to the faithful huddle. If y'all want to say anything, hey, do your thing.
Brian, BY was always a class person.
Yeah.
From his conduct to respect from his teammates, and when he got into did his acceptance speech, it was more than just a speech. It was a true tribute to both his life, his cause, and his child. And you could feel it through the television. When he finished speaking, you needed a moment, and that's what true character is all about.
Right. I agree.
I would say, man, I think he won the Esmont Award more than any other Niner. I don't know if you want to look that up as a trivia question, but I believe he did. And like his number, I always relish it because that's the year I graduated from high school. And like if you look at the lines today, you'll never see like how the line was constructed when BY was out there balling. Like he and Dana Stubblefield that year were just tearing you up on the inside. I don't even remember who played on the outside because it didn't matter. There was collapsing your offensive line every single time. And just to show like that may have, if you just look at it, it's one of the best D lines when you talk about just D tackles perspective ever.
Yeah, I agree.
Well said.
Anybody else?
Yeah, that's one time, man. That's awesome. I mean, that's one of the first real like greats that I saw like in my kind of fandom, the beginning of his career and stuff. So yeah, that's definitely from the get go for me.
Yeah, man. I was so happy for him, man. Especially like I was saying before, what he's been through and also what he's accomplished. And I was listening to some skits of him in a locker room with his brothers. I would call brother as far as his teammates, and he was pretty much saying, I'm paraphrasing, like, let's leave everything out there on the field. And he also mentioned in the skit I was watching and listening to, he was telling all his teammates in the locker room, I love you. He was telling everybody, I love you. And I don't think us faithful see that much of brotherhood in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? That much. However, to go back to Saturday, I don't know if y'all caught when he mentioned, I'm talking about BY, when he mentioned he was more concerned about not letting his teammates down. And when he said that, I'm like, yo, team first. You know what I mean? Team first. So, it was a it was a great moment. It was a great moment for the faithful. It was a great moment for NFL fans of the game. It was just remarkable in my humble opinion. So anybody before I move forward?
Yeah, complete dominance on the field. Congratulations, and super cool that he had Boys to Men at the after party.
Yes, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. That was dope. That was dope. Yeah, I definitely seen that. Okay. All right. So faithful huddle. Where we at? Where we at? Let me see. Pardon me. Okay. So, all right. So we're gonna freestyle tonight. Okay.
All right.
Um, as you can see on our banner, on the Faithful Huddle, taking a closer look at the 49ers' first NFL preseason game against the Green Bay Packers on Friday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You know,
Shred the cheese.
absolutely, absolutely. And to our faithful viewers, we all can watch that on the NFL Network. I'm so excited, Faithful Huddle. So what's up, Faithful Huddle? Yeah, what's going on? What are your expectations regarding Friday night game? What's up? Anybody? Hey,
Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to play.
we freestyling tonight. What's up?
Aaron Rodgers does not want to play. He thinks that preseason games are a waste of time. He was saying that both to his coach and to his teammates.
Yeah.
But you don't hear any noise or conflict coming out of the 49ers locker room or individuality. 49ers coach, as demonstrated by BY, was about a team culture. And if we can keep that, and we should, as far as preseason, I just want to see quick plays, smart plays, and I think we got a lot to show, but not too much. You don't ever want to show your whole bag.
Right.
I think everybody's going to be tuning into the O-line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
How long do you keep Trey in there? Anybody have a guess?
I would say I will say just the
A
first.
series and a half.
Huh?
I say the first quarter.
Series and a half to 2 series.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Either first quarter or half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you, First Lady Andrew. I would say the first quarter or just the first half. I mean, that's all we need. And to be on the safe side, Kyle is smart. So I'm not worried about how much time that he's going to be on the field, but I'm only saying what I'm expecting. First quarter, first half. I think that should be enough, in my humble opinion. What you think, P. Warrior? What's up, bro?
I play in one series. I don't need them out there for a half. Because, if they ain't going to have all the full offensive line out there,
I agree.
I play one series. I do it if it produce something, fine. If it don't, fine. Let him get his feet wet. Let him get lathered up and get him out of there, man. You can't take no chance. One series, bro.
Yeah.
I actually like the fact that he's only going to play Friday and then the third preseason game. And then
That's
the second
reason
game.
I was like, maybe we should get him 2 series on this one because he's only going to play this one and then the third preseason game.
Yeah,
if we're looking at it objectively getting his work in before the bullets are live, you want to maximize your times you jump in on it. Like if we're jumping in one of these times, let's go a series and a half to 2 series. Just to get those live reps,
He definitely needs live reps.
Right.
He got to balance it against.
It does. And you know what? I'm sorry. Cut nobody
good.
off. My apologies, Uncle Keith.
You good.
I was listening to David Lombardi, and he was mentioning the reasons why Kyle Shanahan is not playing him on the second game, and he was saying that week is the shortest week. It's only 13 days. I think 12 or 13 days. So he was saying it's going to be a short week from the first game to the third game. So that second game is going to be a very short week. So one, he was saying, David Lombardi was saying, because of that, because it's only 13 days. And two, Kyle was saying that he wanted to observe other players for that second game. I'm all for it. Yo, I'm down with the first game and the third game. And plus, let's keep it real, faithful huddle and our faithful viewers that's watching. I think game 1 and game 3 is the only two games that's televised. Because Friday night's game is on NFL Network, and the third game is on Prime Video. I don't think the second game is on national television like
Yeah, I think you're right.
the third one.
I just watch them on the bootlegs.
I know that's right. I'm gonna have to talk to
Right.
you. I'm gonna have to talk to you after the show, Pratt.
Oh yeah, there's live, y'all. Oh yeah,
Say that, yeah.
it's all day. Oh, I ain't miss a preseason game in like 5 years. No cap. Hey, longer than that. No longer than that. Honestly,
Yeah.
Harbaugh was here.
Yeah, man. See, our brother Jizzle from the West Coast, he good, man. He he can watch all.
Just outside to the stadium.
Yeah, man. He could probably watch it from his balcony. I don't know where he's
It's not that late, but you know, I drive to the game, and I'm actually going to tailgate before this preseason game, which is like seem like a little much to do, but it's actually kind of fun. It's like it probably is a little much for a preseason game. It's okay with the
Yeah.
for the game.
Shout out to Lewis Guest. He said excited for Kamiko Ture. We're excited too, Lewis.
I definitely want to see the running backs, how it plays out, because I think they're all going to get carries. I definitely want to see the wide receivers after you get past Ayuk and Debo. I want to see Croft. I want to see what that's looking like. And then definitely the secondary, the back, because it's going to be the backup secondary. So it's all young cats. If we really looking at it, once you get past our starters, it's all super young cats. So besides, Denard's been in a few leagues, and you got Dante Johnson. But yeah, after that, it's like seeing who separates himself, who done came up. It sounds like Demo has supplanted Ambry, but we're gonna see until game time because the thing about Ambry is like he balled when he had the ball, like when it mattered, he was out there, and so I think honestly I'm going on a rant, but I think that's the craziest thing that's happened so far on our team as far as what I've heard is that Demo supplanted, like has taken over where Ambry was at, which is crazy.
Yeah. You know who I'm excited to see Friday night? If that, I would like to see Denard and Womack. I want to see if Womack is going to push Denard to that limit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because Womack has that length, he has that speed. However, Denard, he's so versatile.
It sounds like he's out there. It sounds like it sounds like they're both doing well.
Had a good day today.
He did. I saw that.
Yeah.
I want to see Drake Jackson.
Yeah.
Only because of the meanness he brings to that side of the football. And that was a kid they picked up, and I was most excited about when they got him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, let him loose, it's going to change the whole attitude back there. The kid he's only about 3 minutes away from being on the post office ball. Want it.
No. I mean, they should dominate. The defensive line should dominate.
It should be amazing.
Tags on Friday, like especially once you get past that first team, because it don't really.
I want
a lot of dudes.
What's up, Pratt?
I want
What's up, B?
See who?
I want to see Jake Brundle. I want to see the center.
Yeah.
Him and Brunskill.
Good point.
They got to get this fixed quick. They got to decide who's gonna be the center out there. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking at the center position, man. They gotta get one guy in, let him get all the snaps and the reps and everything.
Yeah, I think they're still doing musical chairs. Yesterday, Brendel was out there. Today was Brunskill.
Yeah.
That's the way to make a fair competition, though. They got to get equal reps, and equal against equal competition.
Yeah, I agree. Like our first lady said, it's musical chairs, especially with Brendel and Brunskill. However, I think that I think they're showing us where it's leading to towards the center position. Um, we discussed it last Wednesday on our show. I think Brindle got it. I think Brindle got it when I was
Wow.
right when I was listening to his presser. Today's Wednesday. When I was listening to his presser Tuesday, he sounds so convincing that he's ready, but not even saying that he's ready. He was saying that the chemistry that him and Trey Lance had built
Right.
last training camp and this training camp, he was saying the chemistry amongst them two um is working out great for both of them. And Brindle was saying that Kyle and administration, and I'm going to use those words, administration, they're going to put the best player at that position. And I think he was saying that he hoped that they put the best player at that position. And I think it's going to be Brindle. I really do. And I think Brunskill, even though they high on him too regarding his knowledge of the playbook, I think Brunskill is going to be Brindle's backup. That's just my opinion because um, I just think the chemistry with Trey and Jake, I think they're showing us, and I think we're looking past it where we should just see what they're showing us to the point like, yo, I think it may be set in stone based on uh what they able to do together. So I think it's gonna be Brindle. My humble
Well, Brunskill's very versatile, so
I
that
think right
actually
guard.
makes sense.
Say that again, First Lady.
I said Brunskill's actually very versatile, so that actually makes sense.
Yeah,
And he can play right guard.
Yep.
yeah.
I really think Brindle will be your center. Brunskill will be your right guard and backup center.
So Uncle Keith.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this, Ben, that you brought that up, Uncle Keith.
Okay.
Do you see Bronskill starting at right guard, or do you want your boy, well, I should say our boy, Spencer Burford?
Hooper starting.
I think he's starting, man.
Yeah, I
Easy.
agree.
I think
That's not even up for debate.
I think it's set in stone with Spencer, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Whew,
and only time and based on the footage that we've been seeing and watching, I've been only seeing Spencer at right guard for first team reps. I only been seeing him.
Right.
And just listen to his presser, man. I mean, I'm overwhelmed. Matter of fact,
We got to steal with that one. That's
yeah,
probably the future
that was a steal.
perennial Pro Bowler that we got.
That was a steal. You're right about that. But that's a tough call there.
yeah. Let me
What about Jalen Moore? How's his preseason been?
I think he's still hurt.
He's still hurt, Uncle Keith.
Yeah, okay. I missed that. That's what I was asking. Because my depth chart had Burford backing up Brunskill. But that's tough on the right side of that line, man. Whew.
Yeah.
But it's not a weak right side. It's just an abundance of riches again. You could barely go wrong.
Right.
Burford is a special talent, though.
Right. Yes, he is.
Very special talent.
He is. And this is why I was saying earlier, Fearful Huddle, that I think Brindle got the job. I think Brunskill is going to back up Brindle.
I agree.
Just like Jizzle was saying, and I agree with him 100%. I think Spencer is going to start at right guard as our rookie at right guard. And I'm not shocked and I'm not worried. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not worried about that at all. Jalen Moore, he's going through what he's going through. God willing, he'll get back to his strength. I think Jalen Moore, when he gets back to that strength that I was just saying, he will back up Burford.
Okay.
And I think Mike McGlinchey is going to be fine at right tackle.
Well, they've had my bad, not to cut you off.
No, you good, bro.
Go back to Moore. He's been playing right tackle. He's lined up pretty much only at right tackle.
How do you think Brunskill's going to take being a backup?
Nah.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird because he's making like 2.6, or he's like probably the highest paid on that line outside of
Williams.
Yeah.
Williams, yeah. That's what I'm concerned about is the chemistry. Once you start putting him as a backup, what happens to your chemistry? To
me, that's what's so weird about it, because it was like he was the right guard last year. And so, not saying that Burford's not, but it's like if you're building a line, it's just really odd that they would take him out of that starter role, move him to center, and then him not start. It's just like it's just a weird management.
You talking about Brunskill?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Not good or bad. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just odd because he's literally your second highest paid lineman. Not that he's making an arm and a leg. It's good to have that problem. On the other hand, you know what I'm saying, where you can't do that.
Right.
But it's weird because he came back here. But I guess he was restricted because didn't we give the tender on him?
Oh, Brunskill?
Yeah. Didn't they place a tender on him?
I don't know.
Signed back. Yeah, because he was a free agent.
Yeah.
What other positions could Burford play?
That's it.
That's a good question, but I really
I can't hear you, P-Warrior.
I say he played tackle in college, and he played guard. So if they had to move him to tackle, he could play tackle, but they put him inside. So he has flexibility there too.
But let me ask you guys a question though. Would you rather have your most versatile lineman starting or coming off the bench in the utility?
It's best. It's facilitating. It would definitely be the best in that situation because ultimately you can plug them anywhere if anybody gets hurt.
So as a backup?
Yeah, as a backup.
So and so you're saying Burford as a backup or Brunskill?
Brunskill should be a backup because he's the most versatile lineman. You want that guy in the utility role, not starting, because if you make him the starter at center, and then somebody gets hurt and be like, oh, Brunskill could have fit that role, but now you play so integral part of the offense, we can't take you out at that point. It's better to have you just that plug in all the leaks, so to speak, guy.
Oh, that's real.
I like that answer, Jizzle, for real.
Well, when we play the Lambs, I want him wherever Aaron Donald is.
Yeah. I agree with that. And have him nice and rested.
But real talk, First Lady, and I faithful Huddle, I would love to see Spencer against him. Just to rub that in his face, yo. It made no sense.
It sounds good till the game's on the line.
Yeah, Aaron Donald will take that personal.
Yeah, it's like
don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, listen,
not Aaron Donald. That's not the
hey. Yo, if it works, keep him out there though. If it works,
If we know it's gonna be a disaster.
Yeah. I'm just saying I don't want that to be the situation that we in. Let's avoid the game being on the line with Aaron Donald on the field.
Yeah.
Fresh meat.
Well, in a way, I think the way being that we're talking about Aaron Donald, like they move him. So it would be Banks against him or Burford against him.
No, you guys are tripping. There's always going to be a double team on Donald. He never sees single team. You're going to have the same guard doing the double team on him. And everybody else is the one-on-one. So
no. Hey, except for Brunskill. Brunskill's not exactly. Brunskill literally is. They have said it. They've shown statistics. I just forgot it.
No, that's true. That is true. He dominates Donald for some reason, but how long can we expect that to just keep?
Oh yeah, no facts. Yeah, you're right. He definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Listen, you never know, man. With Banks and Burford, man.
We go back to abundance of riches again. Look at all the versatile players we have on our line. What we're trying to do is find a cohesive line that's most effective with a bang up backup. Any one of those three players would be an awesome backup to insert anywhere on that line. But you got to find the right starting line.
Yeah.
So listen, let me share this with the faithful huddle. Our first lady has sent it to us earlier, and I had to put it on our show. Please give me some time to get this together for us.
Mm-hmm.
Aha. All right, so here we go. I hope it's loud enough for everyone. Here we go, faithful huddle and our faithful viewers.
Okay.
All right, guys, welcome back, man. Glad to be back. Ready to go?
Woo!
After, man. I know we're all eager to get going. That starts tomorrow with practice. All right, my biggest thing is how do I get really 70 guys ready to play week one? You got 53 on our team. You got 16 practice squad. This is about building our team, preparing the best way you can in camp so you can be as good as you can by week one, but also you've been built the right way so we can stay healthy throughout the year and continue to get better and not just now wait for Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta buy that hat that he has.
Yeah, I just got to see the front though. What?
It looks like it's a training camp hat, but it has the camo underneath the brim.
Yeah.
I gotta check. I gotta find that out.
Yeah, I love that, man. When
I have my collection of Shanna hats.
When I see
that, I like that.
I think the most important thing he said was be a team that can stay healthy, because now that we know, that's been our biggest nemesis around availability. So to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I'm gonna share this also. Uncle Keith, I don't know if you've seen this. I'm gonna also want you to see this, Uncle Keith. Also, our favorite viewers. Let me share this also. And I wanna know your thoughts and comments regarding this.
Okay.
Okay. All right, faithful huddle. Somebody got music playing in the background. Uncle Keith, is that you?
Y'all can hear that?
Yeah, man.
Got him, coach.
Busted.
I had that thing on 6, man.
There's 49ers. But for me, it's been a grind day in, day out, getting acclimated to the new team offense, learning the details of the offense, and knowing what Kyle wants every play. Like that. From a detail standpoint, just understanding where you need to be, if it's quick or delayed, or just being patient or get there fast. It's just very detailed.
Can you look at it and see, oh, I can fit in here. I can do some damage in this offense.
Of course, and I think that's why I'm here. I've been talking to Kyle through free agency. That's something he thought I could fit in his offense, and I thought I could too. And I put it in God's hands, and God let me here.
Man, he can
your routes on a certain play. You know, if you're getting middle field closed, middle field open. Does Kyle want you guys to kind of make that adjustment pre-snap, or are you just reading it as you go after the ball snap?
You can get different coverage there in pre-snap, and they'll show something and give you something else. So sometimes just read it pre-snap. Oh, they didn't give me that. I got to adjust, and you got to get to where you need to be at from the coverage that they give you.
Kyle Shanahan is known for expecting a lot out of his receivers. Have you been kind of on the receiving end of that, and how has that helped you improve throughout camp?
Definitely. He's coming here. They say it's hard to coach Kyle's room because he wants you a certain way, and going through OTAs, mini camp, you didn't feel it as much till now. And training camp, he's on our butt every day. But if it's an inch too far, inch too close,
wow,
and that what makes his great offense great. So whatever he says, I think that's what works. So we're gonna do it.
Pittsburgh, especially not just for you, but most receivers, it seemed like there was a lot of short passes, but not a ton of breakaways after the catch. And I'm seeing in the practices that you're breaking away a lot. Does this scheme put you in better places to get downfield?
I think it's all about opportunity.
Good answer.
I've had opportunity to show yards after catch and during mini training camp. So
on the fly too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things are coming together. I'm sure you've heard plenty about the big issues here for a long time about kick returns and punt returns and doing damage that way.
We got dogs in the room.
Yeah.
And the meetings, the practice, the intensity throughout special team periods. And I think it's going to be different this year with all phases of special teams.
You're new to the team, but is there someone in the wide receiver group that you look to for advice, kind of Shanahan's offense?
Of course, BA, JJ, and Debo. Me and Debo a little closer because our previous relationship before me coming here or knowing I'm coming here, even before NFL, college, playing against each other multiple times. But just getting adjusted, knowing what you can do during certain plays. If I gotta do what Kyle wants me to do, I can add what I do and kind of play football type of thing. But with them three, they have great leadership in the room, and every day we come to work and compete and push each other to get better as a group.
A different style of quarterback that you're catching passes from now, a guy that can take off running pretty well with the ball. So what did you see from Trey today specifically, and just how's he kind of coming along?
Not even today, man. Every day he's getting better.
That's Cam's question right there.
Yeah.
Not even learning. He has it already. It's a natural thing with him. And I came in with Josh Allen at the Bills, and he gives me that same type of energy that I'm ready to take the next step energy. I wasn't with him last year, but that second year is kind of a difference for I think most NFL players, the first and second, especially for me it was. But just watching Trey every day grow as a leader, be able to take control of not even just the huddle, the offense as a whole. When we're going through walkthroughs and make sure everybody where to be at a certain time. It's great watching him practice.
Wow, that's a high compliment.
Anything else?
All right, so Faithful Huddle. Listen, we could chop up a lot of things that Ray had to say, guys. So I'm just gonna start off with him regarding showing his respect for Kyle Shanahan's playbook. Listen, guys, I am so excited for Friday. I said it earlier and I got to say it again. I'm so excited for our team with the weapons that they brought in for the offense. I'm so excited. My question to the Faithful Huddle, and I'm going to let y'all freestyle. Do y'all think Kyle is going to use him as a punt returner? Because I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be split.
I think it's going to be. I'll tell you why. He said it himself. You got a dog in the room. This kid is hard-nosed and durable. And if your issue is with your special teams and kickoff returns and punt returns, why not put him out there to see what he's got? I mean, Kyle Shanahan has got so many different types of weapons. He's going to have to use them to see what he's got.
Are we talking about McLeod?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd put him out there.
Yeah, no, I mean you're paying him money, and he's not really the starting wide receiver. It's not like he's a starting wide receiver. So it's like, yeah, I think he should definitely.
Not even like he's the slot. Jawan Jennings might play more slot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So you gotta use him on.
I think he has to also.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know.
But it was funny just watching him think because we talked about all these wide receivers, and he's somebody that like you say the name. We've said the name, but no one's really thought about it. Like in all actuality, he's the burner at any point on this entire offense.
Yeah.
Like, he's the fastest player on the field. Like
Boom.
as soon as he steps on there. So it's like
who's the fastest?
Danny Gray though.
Oh, Danny Gray. But
yes,
who did you say,
yeah, that's why I was about to. I didn't want to cut you off. I was
bro.
I was going to let you finish.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah, so it's like he's buried far. So yeah, he's got to be kick returner, punt returner for sure.
I think, you know what? I think he'll be used more as a returner because we haven't had a good returner since Ted Ginn.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to that because you know what? Any yards, whether it comes from special teams, defense, you know, just to give our offense the extra edge, I'm here for it.
Shorten the field.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like I was saying earlier, my bad people, real quick. I think that opposite. I think they're gonna use him as a punt returner, but I think they're gonna use him more as a weapon on offense. I don't know how Cal's gonna do it, obviously, but with his talent, man, I don't know, Faithful Huddle. I think he's gonna be used more on second and third down. Not taken away from Danny Gray. Well, let me back that up. Jawan Jennings. I think Kyle is going to do something special with Ray in the offense, man. I think he's going to get more of his shine on the offensive line than punt returner, in my opinion.
That would be fantastic for us for sure.
I disagree.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why I disagree.
What's up, Uncle Keith?
He's at best 5 deep on offensive choices on that when Trey has the ball. But as a punt returner and a special teams, he could be a game changer.
Facts.
And if you want to shine on a team with so many stars, you got to be a meteor. And you get if he gets a few 80 yards, touchdowns late in the game or punt returns, he is living a purpose-filled life and will do those special team and special plays. But if he's fighting for airtime and not getting that opportunity to shine, what will you have? An overpaid, pissed-off player.
Yeah.
I think you absolutely have to use him in special teams.
I agree.
With that kind of speed that he has and the hands that he has, he won't have to catch the ball in stride and go.
Yes.
He ain't as fast as Danny Gray, but he's hard to catch.
Yeah.
And he's hard to tackle.
Well, he's proved it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He's an elite return man.
Exactly, right.
So when you got 5 offensive choices, including a quarterback that runs, and this kid's new to your offense, what he's not new to is pure speed and catching the damn ball.
Right.
You have to use him on special teams.
And that's what I was getting to when I said it. I just forgot about Danny Gray, but you get him in the open field, you know, and like he's probably not because the linebacker's not going to catch him, and he's probably outrunning the DB.
Yeah.
So I see the potential for both. Like he definitely should be a factor. I mean, I think a good season for us and for him would be like 305 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. That would be awesome if we got that production.
And 2 kick returns.
But he could definitely be kicking both starting in because he ain't really gonna be on the field a lot. Unless somebody get hurt, then he's gonna get more playing time. But until somebody get hurt from the offensive side, he really ain't gonna be out there too much.
Nah. And he's gonna want to shine from day one. That's what he came there for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But remember, with this much talent, you got to feed some egos too.
Right.
Well, we got the right player. He should be coming out of the backfield. I would hope at some point he's coming out of the backfield.
Ray
in Shanahan's offense, like
Ray, really?
Yeah, to catch balls and everything.
I see Ray. My humble opinion, Ray. Real quick, people. I know you had to say something, bro. My bad. Ray, Danny Gray, and Jawan Jennings in the slant. Hands down. That's what I see. I see Ray.
Like, even Ray with like a jet sweep.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you're right.
Because he turns on a dime.
Yeah.
The reason I feel like JJ's got it solidified in the slot until he doesn't is because he's huge. he's a huge target. Like
Yeah.
the thing, part of the reason that Jimmy struggled is because he's not that accurate outside of 10, 15 yards for sure. But also all of his wide receiving targets are very small. So the room for error is minimal. And so with Trey, you want to give any quarterback bigger areas of negative throw, like where the receiver can make up for, I'm saying the wrong word, but where the receiver can make up for the throw, or you can throw it somewhere that only he can catch it. And that's what JJ gives you, besides proving that he's going to run over DBs and do all the hard work, and he continued to get open and open and open and open at the end of the season. JJ's got that locked up, in my opinion. And he's that red zone target because for whatever reason, to this point, we cannot consistently get George Kittle the ball inside the red zone, which is baffling to me.
Yeah. So the Niners run more 12 personnel and 11 personnel than any team in the league, which that either means 2 tight ends or 2 running backs. And so there's not a lot of formations where 3 receivers come out. So if we're looking at that from that perspective, that limits his opportunities to play that role that you thought he could play. And when we do go into the slot, you're going to want Jawan Jennings in there because he's our best blocking receiver. And probably our best red zone threat and our tallest receiver. So,
facts.
You know?
I was thinking about what Cam was saying earlier, and thank you again, Cam, for your availability, your support, and your time. He was mentioning about BA and Debo taking that leadership, and just listen to Ray when he was asked, who does he go to as far as advice and stuff like that. And the first person he mentioned was who? BA. You follow what I'm saying? And I'm just so happy how, as they say, BA is out the doghouse. Now he's running the doghouse. You feel what I'm saying? Now he's the dog, running the doghouse, going at it with Warner. So with that said, I'm just like, yo, I like hearing that. So let me just ask real quick, the Faithful Huddle, regards to his last statements in regards to Trey Lance, and he was comparing with Trey Lance, with Josh Allen. Was he overstepping, or was he right on point with the comparison of Trey Lance and Josh Allen? What's up?
Thank you.
What's up, P. Warrior?
I think he was on point. He looking at it from the standpoint of you can see the greatness in Josh Allen and wanting to take the next step. You see the same thing in Trey, so that's comparable. You see that both want to be great. They're willing to put the work in. He could see the traits in Josh Allen that obviously the league know now Josh Allen is one of the best up there. So if he's seeing the same things in Trey that he saw in Josh, then we got a lot to be excited about because we know Trey getting his work in. And we know Trey want to be great. And like I always say, he got a chip on his shoulder the size of a mountain because, he got all the critics out there. But let me chime in on Ray. I think they're going to use him in specialty packages depending on what team they're playing and what situation. Kyle got something cooked up for him. Now I agree with Uncle Keith. You gotta let him be the kick return and the punt return because that's where they struggled last year. They couldn't get field position consistently. Yeah. He should be able to flip the field for us and give Trey and the offense those shorter fields. And we really haven't really talked about the special teams, but I think they're gonna be so much better with the special teams just overall with the coverage units. And I think if Wisnowski can get more punts inside that 10-yard line, inside that 20-yard line, to back the opposing offense up, and our defense can get 3 and out. That's giving short fields. And with this boy on the punt return side, he can flip that field and get us closer. So I think Ray McLeod going to be a weapon in all phases of the game.
Thanks.
Just in terms of, how they're going to use him in a kick and a punt return game. How he can flip the field, and then offensively, Shanahan got something cooked up. I think you're going to see a combination of him, Debo in there. Shanahan got something cooked up. Yeah, we already expect they're gonna use Ray, they're gonna use Debo. They don't get it in. So yeah, man, it's gonna be good. I'm about to exit stage, bro. Cause my 6-year-old start first day of school tomorrow, so I got to go get some sleep for that. But
All
man,
right.
love you, man. Glad to come in and help Cam and man, like I said, God willing, next week I'll be on. We're gonna be on tomorrow night. Faithful Boys with Jason. So y'all can check it out. We'll have it on all the social platforms for everybody. So love y'all, man, and
I love you.
like I say, bang bang till I can't no more, baby. Till it
Yeah,
ain't.
yeah, man. Yo, shout out to being good, man.
Yes, sir. Love y'all, man. I'm out.
Love you too,
Man, be
boy.
good. Have a good night, bro.
Night.
All right.
And me, welcome to the show, bro. You know you family. What's up, bro? Can you hear us?
What's up? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys
Yeah. What's going on, man? How you?
Nothing much. I really didn't have anything to do tonight, and I kind of wanted to talk some football, so I said, why not hop on real quick?
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate you, bro.
Anytime.
Congrats, guys. You guys hit 300 subscribers. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Definitely, man. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you for the acknowledgement, man. I had seen that too. I was like, yo, should I reach out to the Faithful Huddle? But being that I be so busy, man, we be collaborating for our show. I be totally forgetting about the viewers, man. But being that you mentioned that, thank you again, and mean a dream to the Faithful Huddle, from me to y'all. Thank you, because this couldn't happen without each and every one of you. To our faithful viewers that are watching, and to our faithful viewers that may watch us later on tonight or tomorrow, thank you for watching our show. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's we evolving, bro. Like I always say, we evolving, man.
Thanks.
So, with that said, man, did you go to training camp today or no?
Nah, it's hard, right? Because I don't really drive yet, so the days that my parents work, the days that my parents work, I can't really go.
Uber that thing, man. You got Uber, bro.
I in a year or so I can get my permit, so I could start go to training camp on myself but
Okay.
But
All right. Cool. So let me ask you, I mean, Dream, being that Trey Lance had a bounce back training camp from Sunday. Yesterday, he had a good training camp yesterday, and today he had a pretty good training camp. Were you concerned about Sunday's training camp or no?
No, not at all. I mean,
Yeah.
if you just look at just training camp so far as a whole, there would be days where Trey Lance would have bad practices, and a couple of days later, a day later, Trey Lance would bounce back and have a 10 for 12 day like he did a couple of days ago, and he would have a great day. And I mean, yesterday probably was probably his best practice or best training camp day, where he went 12 for 15, I think, threw 3 touchdowns. But if you just look at the pattern where Trey Lance will have bad days in training camp, and then he'll bounce back and have a day, and you're like, wow, Trey Lance looks ready. He looks like a pro. And I mean, that's just what I've heard so far. Also from like people that are actually at training camp every single day, is that there'll be throws that Trey Lance makes, and you even see the highlights that Niners Twitter puts out, where he'll have a deep pass to Ayuk, or he'll throw. And yesterday I heard he threw a 65-yard zone read. Like, I mean, you hear a lot of good things, and then sometimes I also hear where like Lance he'll miss easy throws, or he'll miss an out, or he'll miss some of the easy stuff sometimes. But I mean, that's what every quarterback every quarterback has throws that they hit sometimes and that they don't hit, and sometimes they miss throws. But I mean, overall, Trey Lance is still a rookie. He's still learning. He's still developing. But I'm excited for the season, obviously, and I'm excited to see how Trey Lance looks. Hopefully, he'll get more than one drive on Friday. But I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how Trey Lance looks this Friday.
Yeah, man. I couldn't agree with you more, man. We the Faithful Huddle, we was discussing Friday night's game against Green Bay. In the Faithful Huddle, we was mentioning should Trey Lance play the first quarter or just the first half? What you think, bro?
I don't think he should play the first half, and I don't think Kyle Shanahan's even gonna let him play more than maybe 1 or 2 drives. And that's just me personally. The only reason I'm saying that is because of injuries. And I mean, already it's not major injuries, but Armstead had his sprain. You heard about Mosley; he got hurt, a minor injury. Same thing with Trivarius Ward. I mean, the Niners are slowly getting hit by the injury bug. Not really any major injuries except for Maurice Hurst, but I mean, I don't want to take that risk. And I mean, you guys remember week 1 when we played the Lions and
Yeah.
Shanahan kept Verrett in there with like the fourth quarter, didn't expect anything to happen, and then Verrett goes down. You're like, oh my goodness, great.
That's
What's
when we
gonna
was
happen?
blowing them out, though. Remember, we was blowing them out.
We were blowing them out. Yep.
And then he took some of them out, and they started coming back.
taking players out. Yeah.
And that was the thing. They was coming hard. They was coming hard on Kyle. You know what I'm saying? But they was coming back. You know, but he left some veterans in, and he took some veterans out. I mean, it happens. I mean, who would have thought the Lions would come back and make it a game? And we almost lost that game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like, damn, if you.
That's why that was their mantra that whole year: all gas, no brakes. He was hitting brakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's what New York Jets also. That's their mantra also. Now with Robert Saleh.
Yeah, Kyle was pulling up the emergency brake for that game.
Yeah. So what's up, Uncle Keith? Perez, what's up?
Well,
yeah.
It's for Friday game. What's up?
I just want to see expectations come into check. And what I mean by that is we have so much depending on, it appears we have a lot depending on 1 or 2 players, but I promise you, this is the deepest team I've ever seen the 49ers with. And I just think we need to keep that in perspective, let people make mistakes. And when we get out there, there's so many people that can make up a difference. Right. Offense, defense. I mean, we got a kid, we're just talking about putting on special teams that would be a starting wide receiver on a lot of teams in the NFL. His hands, his speed. And we got 4 other receivers that are technically better than him. And a quarterback that can throw the ball 65 yards in the air. What's not to be excited about?
Very sure.
Yep.
We got a defensive line that's stupid. You got rookies. Players came up, other players that were brought in that are just amazing. I don't see a lot of weakness. I mean, and we're being very, very picky on our offensive line, looking for weaknesses, and the only thing I keep seeing is depth.
Yeah.
When you think about it. Pete, Prez, what do you think?
Yeah, it just come down to game time. When it matters, when it's gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be playing in those moments, playing in the ups and downs. You do have the leadership on both sides of the ball. I don't see too many letdowns from the defense. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's gonna matter when it matters. Ultimately, we got to get there, stay as healthy as we can, and then it's gonna go. There's gonna be good players. There's gonna be bad players. There's gonna be good quarters. Good. I mean, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be learning experiences. You know what I'm saying? And we got, as fans, which I'm already on this, is like we gotta understand, like it's not, it may not always be pretty. You know what I'm saying? As far as how it's going, and really, it's like what I really want to say is like expectations on Trey from the fan base. I feel like really need to be like come down to a thing, because he's got more pressure than most quarterbacks I've ever seen, just because of how the media is done and the Jimmy Garoppolo and how it's already been. He's already been through so much. So it's just like with Trey, man, the fan base has to be willing to take the ups and the downs and just understand what it's going to be, especially this year. He's already got so much pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't need it from the fan base, which is how it's going to come.
I kind of think the pressure on Trey is relative to like maybe if you're a casual, you're probably putting a lot of pressure on him. But if you know how the constraints of the dynamics of a whole team in football work, that's not all on him. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's all.
I don't think it's a lot of pressure per se. At least with him in the locker room and with the guys, they're rallying behind him, and they're saying, "Hey, we're gonna get open for you and do what we need to do." And in the grand scheme of the thing, who has more weapons than Trey Lance going into the season?
But first,
can I? Okay, my bad.
I'm sorry. First, don't you think the coach has just as much pressure as Trey Lance?
More.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm seeing.
I mean, the reason why I think Trey Lance has a lot of pressure on him is obviously the main answer would be he's taking over a quarterback when Jimmy Garoppolo, who a lot of fans say Jimmy G wins the game, and I've said this before. I don't think wins are a quarterback stat, and I think Jimmy G is just a quarterback when the Niners win football games. But another reason why I feel like Trey Lance has a lot of pressure is because if you look at some of the other rookies, especially in that draft class that he was drafted in, where guys like Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson aren't in the best of situations, where people look at Trey Lance, and I've heard people say this about Trey Lance, like, oh, Trey Lance has Debo, he has Kittle, he has a great defense, he's supposed to do well. So that's why I feel like that's also another reason that I would say why people have high expectations for Trey Lance, because Trey Lance is in a really good situation, unlike a lot of rookie quarterbacks when they get drafted.
I agree.
Yeah, he's definitely surrounded by a good supporting cast.
Right.
And we just know that the media is going to pump at Trey Lance. They have his whole career. Like already, if you look at Trey Lance from the get-go, it's been negativity from the media. And so that's what I mean by when I'm talking about pressure, kind of like what I mean saying is like there's a lot that comes with if Trey's not playing well, and it's going to be manipulated for the media to see, unlike any other quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, look at Josh Allen. He was unexpected, but he shouldn't have been unexpected. The kid's a natural talent.
It took 3 years.
Took 3 years.
Not in this natural progression with the team, but it still took.
But Trey isn't going to be given 3 years.
But
Can you?
Should be that you have to give it to him. That's what I mean.
I would.
My bad.
No, my bad. But can you imagine if the Niners don't make the playoffs this year? What the national media is gonna say?
I'm saying.
The national media is gonna. Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, it'll be rough.
And if they didn't make the playoff, would it be on Trey, depending on how he played, or would it be on the coach for how long?
I mean, it's hard to predict the future, but it would be for a lot. It would probably either be because of injuries, if the team wouldn't be able to stay healthy, if the offensive line couldn't hold up. It could be for a lot of reasons. It could be for one specific reason, but I mean, who knows? I mean, but I feel like obviously people talk about the offensive line, but this is an obvious thing. But another key to the season, and that's with every team, is the Niners have to stay healthy. And if you just look at the pattern of the Niners when they were winning and when they had a pretty solid roster, 2019 you had a really good season. 2020 you're depleted with injuries. Bosa gets hurt, and you're depleted with injuries. And then 2021 you have this great NFC Championship run. You struggled in the beginning of the year, but then you made an unexpected run in the playoffs. So who knows how 2022 will go? Obviously, right now you have some small injuries and some minor sprains and things like that. But who knows how this season is going to go? Because from 2019, you haven't seen the Niners make the playoffs or be consistent 2 years in a row or be able to stay healthy for 2 years in a row.
Right.
But I mean, don't we have more backups to each position than
we
we've ever
definitely
had?
have more depth. We definitely have more depth, but it's still a concern. It's still a concern.
That's a difference. That's a hedge against injuries, I think. Right. I think Shanahan has built his team around that.
He's had to. He's been forced to.
Yeah, I agree.
This front office has been forced to fill this roster with more. It's really uncommon the amount of talent that is on this roster, up and down.
I tell you.
And rightfully so. I'm so glad. Like it's almost like it's about time that they did this. You know.
Well, it's weird because it's almost like you have to have that mix of up and down to get this type of roster from like your pick. That and it's really the only reason. So it's really weird to have, because at this point for the last 3 years, Shanahan's had a better than average the last 2 years elite rosters coming into this year. Just saying, coming into this year, what we have now, which could be the best, but we've not won a ring, and it's not common for that. And I think the ups and downs with the injuries, and you've had higher draft positions, because when you're drafting 3, you're drafting 3 every round. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference in talent that you're able to get.
Yeah, I mean,
he was frozen.
Is it better now?
No,
we can hear him still.
You're still doing the Matrix, my friend.
I just thought you had amazing concentration abilities.
Oh man!
I was going to keep staring at him. I thought it might make him nervous. There you go.
Better.
Hey.
Yeah.
My Wi-Fi sometimes is just.
Hey, listen, it happens, bro.
I got a question. I got a question for you guys.
What's up, bro?
If you were building a team, would you follow the Niners route? Would you build from the draft and get guys from the draft and build upon depth, or would you follow the Rams route, which is go out and get a super team? If you were a GM of a team and you were starting brand new, would you go the depth route and get guys like the Niners are doing, go build depth, go get solid players, go get a guy like Kittle, draft a guy like Kittle, or would you go the Rams route and build a super team and have like 3 or 4 or 5 guys that are the main pieces of your roster and the main playmakers?
Jizzle.
I would say the sensible part of me would say I would like to do it how the Niners are doing it, but the part of me that's the old head that grew up on the Niners and before the salary cap, and we were getting everybody we wanted. We got Dion, you know what I mean? We got everybody that we wanted stacked the deck to win all these titles. I'd rather do it like the Rams do it, to be honest. I'm a little bit envious.
Yeah. Yeah. To answer your question, I mean, I would do it the way that they're doing it, and they're doing it the right way, in my humble opinion, because they are a developing team. However, they're also starting young, developing them young, so this team can also build a chemistry amongst themselves and also amongst Kyle Shanahan playbook. And I think being that they're doing it this way is the great way, because this can lead to a championship and more championships. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree.
Because I just think when Kyle came in 2017, he didn't have the right pieces.
He didn't have anything.
Exactly. And I don't think some or many of the faithful understand that Kyle didn't have
nothing.
What I would say McVay had.
And I mean, one thing that I just thought about right now is like the Lions, as much as the Lions had a bad record, they were in pretty much every single game. They were in a lot of games last year. And you look at the Ravens game, they lost by a big field goal and whatever. But that 2017 year, the first year in the Shanahan and Lynch era, a lot of the games the Niners were in it. I remember Rams Thursday Night Football, and it was like a 38-41 game, and we were so close to winning. We went down to Seattle and we lost by 3 points. Like, we were in a lot of games.
Yeah.
But we just wouldn't be able to finish, or we wouldn't be able to put up enough points on the board for us to win those football games. So we were in pretty much the majority of the game, just like the 2021 Lions were.
Right. Yeah. But you know what? I mean, Debo has said it best. I think what they were. I forgot what day that was. But anyway, Debo has said it best when it takes one play to mess up the whole game, and he's right. You know what I'm saying? So, and they will learn from it. They will learn from it, and I believe, and we talked about this too. I mean, when we had our shows, and I remember you had a show with your friend. I forgot his name. Please forgive me. Your concern was, and I remember Prez was like, "Yo, I watched it, and I agree with it." I remember Prez was saying he watched the show also. But just to remind you, you was mentioning, which we all agree, that we hope Kyle gets better in the second half when he has a double-digit win. And that's why we were saying last Wednesday that being that Anthony Lynn is the assistant coach and a running backs coach, I think he will give him that push as far as decision makings within the second half of the game.
Hopefully. I mean, you mentioned it. I mean,
yeah.
As a Niners fan recently, it's been rough. Obviously, that Rams one, that Chiefs loss was probably really, really heartbreaking for me personally.
Yeah.
And I haven't witnessed a Niners Super Bowl yet, so I'm pretty sure all of you probably have, but I'm too young to witness a Niners Super Bowl victory. So hopefully number 6 comes with Trey Lance under center, but he definitely's got to do a better job. And I if you guys watch the show, I said it, right? Like, not giving the ball to Deebo Samuel, which you did that whole entire year in crucial situations. And people say that's Kyle Shanahan overthinking. they're really like, I mean, yeah, that could be overthinking, but that's just not a smart decision. That's just not a smart move to make, especially in that situation when you're one game away, when you're a quarter away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's not a smart move to make. And you remember in Green Bay the week before, it was like a 3rd and 7, and most teams would either throw the ball or throw a screen pass.
Yeah.
Kyle ran it with Debo Samuel.
Right.
But what
I mean-
happened in that 4th quarter? Not going to Debo Samuel.
Uncle Keith?
I mean, the question you asked is the answer to that situation you're describing. You said, well, you want to build from the draft and build a basic team for a long-term run, or do you want to get a super team now? I think you have to do a hybrid of it. You have to have a Debo in place for that last quarter, that last play, and that's why signing him to me was so important. He gave you that home run hitter, and special teams. You got a home run hitter and that wide receiver. You have to have a combination of both. When they won the Super Bowl, the team that won the Super Bowl this year, they had home run hitters in key times of the game.
Aaron Donald's
last play was a home run.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the capability of doing that, then you're going to be close at best. It takes 1 or 2 plays to win you the trophy.
That's true.
So to answer your question directly, it's a hybrid of that.
Yep, and there's a saying like big time players make big time plays.
And you got to have some.
In crucial situations, you need your big time players to make big time plays, and that's what Aaron Donald did in that Super Bowl, like Uncle Keith mentioned.
Right. Yeah, right. And you know what? I'm gonna back up a little bit, and I'm gonna let the Faithful Huddle, freestyle further. Regarding the Lambs, when you mentioned the difference between the Lambs and the 49ers, how they do things, the Lambs were desperate, in my opinion. They was desperate, man. They were sitting on 1 championship. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, and they shouldn't have won this past Super Bowl.
And you know what? They shouldn't have won the NFC Championship
I was
game.
just about to thank you, First Lady.
They barely got there with their super team.
Right. Exactly. Matter of fact, I was watching another show and somebody left in a comment, and I think he was a Lambs fan. And I was like, yo, why he's on a 49er channel? But anyway, and he was mentioning, he was like, yeah, the Lambs bought the championship. And I was like, you basically did. Because the sign, to me, this is my humble opinion, the signs of the what was it? Signs of like the of everything that was going the Lambs way.
Speaking of the Rams, someone's in the comments.
What they say? Let me see.
I didn't see it.
Oh wow, really? Ain't no hate here. Anyway.
Oh, silence of the Lambs. Don't worry about it.
I tell you, you will always find a Lambs fan on a 49ers channel.
You know what? It's okay, Aaron Donald, because we don't like you either.
Oh man. But anyway, yeah, so Faithful Huddle. In regards to Friday night's game, my question to the Faithful Huddle. Do we score on our first drive? What's up? First Lady?
Yeah, I think so.
First drive? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Do we score on our first drive with a pass or a run?
First play, it's a bomb.
Yo, you sound greedy already.
Yeah, I know, but hey. First play, it's a bomb, and put the nail in the coffin already. Let's go. Let's strike the keys. First play.
Yo, could you imagine that? Oh man.
I will go crazy if that happens.
Yo.
I'm gonna run out and play the lottery.
Oh man. What? Yo. Who y'all think will be impressive? Whether it's a veteran or a rookie, who you think is gonna be impressive?
I was personally looking forward to see Leon O'Neal, but then he got.
Thank you for the reminder. I mean, yo, when Prez hit us up earlier today, and he mentioned what, as far as Leon, I had him as my 53-man roster spot.
I mean, I didn't think he was gonna make it, even though I wanted him to make it.
Did.
But I wanted him to at least make it to the practice squad. Hopefully they bring him back.
Yeah.
But I mean, I personally like Leon O'Neal only because of just the mentality that Leon O'Neal had. And like even after rookie minicamp and OTAs, you would see videos of guys like Charvarius Ward and Mosley working out and Aziz. But then you would also see this undrafted rookie named Leon O'Neal working out and posting videos of him working out and running drills and things like that. So I just love the work ethic. I love his mentality as a player. And I mean, just that work ethic. I mean, I talked about Trey Lance's work ethic and how he wants to be great. The same thing with Leon O'Neal, his work ethic. He could be a great player if he just gets the right opportunity. I think the Niners cut him maybe because I think two reasons. One, because he just didn't. He just wasn't ready yet to be in the NFL. Just wasn't ready yet, or it was a business decision. I personally think it was a business decision, but I mean, I really was looking forward to seeing him play on Friday.
Yeah, I like him. I didn't have him making my my 53.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah. Anybody got any questions or concerns regarding on Friday night?
O'Neal, I just think it sucks because he came to a team that we kind of had a lot of box safeties, and that's where he's kind of that prototype. And if you've been looking at the camp news, it's been they've been rotating Funga starts, then Tavares Moore starts, and they've been rotating it that way. And it's like he's the odd man out. And I know he did get the groin injury, and that's unfortunate, but I really think it would have been prolonging the inevitable. And I really liked him too, just like you guys. I feel like, man, he's a guy you want to stash for. See how you're looking next year. You know what I mean? When you lose potentially a Jimmy Ward and you have to slide a guy over free safety, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
You think somebody picks him up?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
I mean, another guy who got picked up is Adrian Colbert. He signed with the Titans. I don't know if you guys remember Adrian Colbert.
I retweeted that earlier too. Yeah, they say former Brown too. They didn't even say former Niner. I guess he played for like 18, but dang.
Yeah, AC's good people. I like him.
Friday, I just want to see well-executed plays. Nobody gets hurt. I mean, you don't have to score to impress me, but you have to make effective plays and good reason, people in the right position. I mean, you want building blocks for preseason games. I mean, how many teams have won 3 preseason games and then win 3 games the rest of the season?
Yeah,
you don't want that to happen either.
I think it's real big for the running backs.
Yeah, we got enough of them.
Hasty, Mason.
Yeah,
I think those two guys. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
Mason.
Yeah.
Look at the comment. Jason Mason's gonna shot on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
I need to see more of them though. I need to see more of them, and I'm looking forward to Friday as well. Oh man.
I want to see Drake Jackson.
Yeah.
I've been hyping on him before the season started, when we started talking about the draft and all the moves that were made. I just want to see what attitude he brings on the field because the kid is beastly.
Yeah. I want to see Kimoko. I want to see Kimoko.
Toure.
And Kinlaw. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, did y'all see what he posted earlier today?
That he forgot how fun it was.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And you would love to see that and hear that from him, man. Well, all he's been through as far as what his injury, his recovery,
right?
And he's he's getting rep after rep. I mean, that's man. I'm so happy for him.
He's massive, man.
Yeah. Chris
like we haven't really talked about it, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's gonna be Bosa, Kinlaw, Armstead, and then you're gonna have a rotation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be real. Like Kinlaw next to Armstead, because Armstead's already turned into damn near a top 10 interior.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
In the league. Well, he's done that without playing next to Kinlaw.
Is that a golden doodle?
She's a cockapoo. This is Kaya.
Hey, Kaya. Mine is knocked out over there in the corner. After last week, she's still resting. Did Mark tell her I couldn't make it last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got skunked.
I'll let you tell her, Uncle Keith.
I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't nothing. You'll never see a deeper hole than you see a skunk with his tail up and his butt wide open. And you got nowhere to do but start running. You know you ain't gonna make it.
Oh man,
we didn't make it. It was rough.
Yeah.
There's something you don't want to experience. I've done it enough for everybody in the room. We good? You don't want
to. You ain't got to trim them nose hairs now, huh?
Man, please. I feel like cutting off my eyebrows. They had me in a tub of tomato soup, tomato juice. And
yeah.
It was awful.
Oh, damn.
I mean, there was. I had to have my car detailed, everything.
I've seen some people get skunked because they left some food in their tent. And they can't come back, and they go open up the tent, and there was 2 skunks in there. Blew that whole thing. I had to throw everything away. I'm just like, man, I felt bad. But yeah, this the tomato juice. When I learned that trick, I didn't get it.
It's not a fun experience. It was funny afterwards, but not during.
That's great.
Hey, I got a 6 a.m. call. I don't mean to bail on you, but I'm tired. I got to go to bed.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's great being me. Awesome seeing you again, bro.
I mean, it's always fun talking to the faithful Huddle. And Uncle Keith, I would love a follow back on Twitter. I mean,
right?
I followed you
First of all, hold on. let me help you out with something. I'm gonna send you my phone number because you got to talk me through it. The fact that I got on the show tonight in one click because I took notes like Prez told me to and did exactly what the note said. So I've been
hold up. Prez gave you notes?
He told me to take notes of what I did last time.
Yeah.
So I was sitting up here thinking, okay, here we go. Click, move. I even had jazz playing in the background just in case.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. No, that's crazy.
Well, y'all have an awesome night. I got to get up early in the morning.
Yeah, no doubt.
Good to see you, man.
Awesome, guys.
All right,
Good
man.
night.
Hey, Prez, how do I leave the room, man?
I got you. I got you, Uncle Keith.
We good. I'm just playing.
All right.
Awesome.
So Faithful, I have a question for the Faithful Huddle. I don't know if y'all heard what Chris Kasarik was saying regarding Drake. Yo, he was saying that he's thinking about using him in the inside. And he was saying he's seen his versatility at college, on tape, and he's thinking about using Drake in the inside. And I thought that was like, yo, okay. Chris is up to something, guys.
Like, are you saying him or lining him?
Y'all both talking. My bad, guy.
My bad.
No, go ahead, Press.
Oh, are they talking about stunning him? Or are you meaning like stunting him, like him lining up his edge and coming on the inside blitz, or lining him up on the inside?
Yeah, line him up and inside. I was like, yo, what y'all think about that? I'm thinking about playing.
I don't think he meant it that way, though. Honestly, unless you're talking about, I just really don't think he meant that way. I think he meant like a stunt, to be honest. But like,
they better not have spent the 28th pick or whatever we had on a experiment. Like,
there's never a time where you will want him in over Armstead or Kinlaw or any of those guys that, because think about it. If I come out in a personnel that dictates I'm passing, I could still run a draw or something if I see your light up in the middle like that. I'm watching who you're coming out with. He's only like 270, 265, 270 pounds. Nah, we're going to test those guts.
What up, Ty?
Ty.
Tommy focus. He be paying attention too. He said Uncle Key only had one tab open tonight.
Stack shows, just like the players stack good days. He has to stack shows.
Yeah, exactly. That was funny.
Yeah, he probably had the whole old school map quest just to get back home. Like, I gotta follow this, and then I gotta follow the directions to get online.
Yeah. Shout out to 49 Shin L. I got it right this time. I went back and watched the show from last Wednesday. 49 Shin L. I got it right this time. I don't like to mess up names, so I apologize for messing up last Wednesday. I think I got it.
I got the follow back. He
got the follow back.
Did you send him notes during the show right now? Did you just
Just gave him the notes on how to do it.
let me see if I can. I don't know, Jizzle. I don't think it's for stunt purposes, bro. I could be wrong, bro, but the way I took it, I'm like, yo, Chris Kasserk, man. When Chris Kasserk sees versatility, he's gonna use you regarding your strengths, and if he needs you, he's gonna put you on the inside. So
either it could pay off or it could just be a really bad move. So if it pays off, that's great. But even Armstead in certain times last year, he wasn't in the position that he was supposed to be. I think he was playing on the edge and he was playing defensive end.
He had to play edge.
Yeah, he doesn't play edge, right? So and that wasn't great. And then running backs and things would go around him and he just wouldn't be able to make the tackle or he would miss. So either it could pay off, right? I'm not saying it's a bad move if they do try it.
Yeah.
If they try it and it works out, it pays off, and he's flourishing in D tackle, that's great. But then if it doesn't work out, I don't know how. I don't know. It's a risk. If it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, then I don't know what to say.
Yeah, because y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this work on Friday. But I set it up. I was trying to find another one, but I came across this one. Let me share this with you, Faithful Huddle, and our faithful viewers. Let me see. Let me get this set up for y'all. Hopefully y'all can hear it good. All right.
You go back to his freshman year at USC, and you watch him. He was a bigger statured guy as a freshman. I think he was around 275 pounds in there, and most of his pass rush production as a freshman at USC came as an interior rusher. Okay. So he had the skill set. Kind of, and inside you see the bend on the edge and all that. Inside you really see like his stop start, his pass rush wiggle to be able to go from one edge to blocker to another edge of a blocker quickly. Similar to like what Arden Key would do in there last year. He has that ability. We'll expand on it as time goes on. We have repped him a little bit in there. He got a couple one-on-one pass rushes in there the other day during one-on-one drills. We are honing in on him, as an edge guy right now and trying to, let him really get his feet underneath him there right now. And then that role could expand as time goes on. We want versatility. We don't want guys to just know exactly where everybody's going to be lined up every single snap, whether it's Bosa, whether it's Drake, whether it's Eric Armstead, any of the guys, Samson Ebikon, any of the guys. We want to keep guys guessing. Hey, it might be Bosa this snap. It might be Drake this snap. Hey, it might be an overload front with Samson standing up over a bar. Just different combinations of places guys can rush from. I think for going on 4 years now, I've said in here and I've talked about versatility. I'm a big believer.
Yeah.
Big believer in versatility, Chris Kasserk.
Yeah, guys. So, I just wanted to share that because, this just might happen, guys. This might happen. And listen, I believe all of us are a firm believer in Chris Kasserk's scheme. And if
best
he's
D-line coach in the league.
If not the best, right? Exactly, man. So if he sees something, and that's the thing, and we always been saying that for many shows, like they study film, and once they pinpoint their guy and they get their guy, they got that guy for a reason. And it's always versatility, whether it's offense or defense. And that's what I love about this team. And the last resort is always the development. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, man, when Chris was saying that regarding Drake, I was like, wow, they thinking about using him on the inside. Because I never knew he played in the inside his freshman year in college. So that was new to me when I seen this, and I just wanted to know what the favorite Huddle had thought, because we was focused on defensive end. But you never know, man. I mean, First Lady, you said it earlier during our show about musical chairs. Listen, it might be musical chairs on the defensive line as well. Because
it makes sense. I mean, they're along the lines, offensive line, defensive line, like they want, versatile players, and it makes sense. It kind of, you keep the opposing team guessing instead of saying, all right, this person, just like Chris Kocurek said, instead of like, all right, this person's lining up here, that's why they have Bosa, either the right end, left end, like coming off of either side. So makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if you guys seen the video, but I'm pretty sure you guys have Drake Jackson doing flips.
Yeah.
Hyping up the crowd. I mean,
for a big man like that.
That's insane.
David LeBar, he was also mentioning that he still cannot believe someone that weighs, I think he weighed 250 pounds. He was saying, I cannot believe someone at that weight can do a backflip like he weighs. I'm saying this like he weighs 125 or 150.
Yeah.
Yo, he does it like it ain't nothing. And on top of that, and this is just a question that popped in my head. Y'all don't think he would do that as a celebration? Like if he was a sack somebody, like he wouldn't do that during the game.
I mean, it's I don't know if you do that. It's kind of risky. It's risky. It's a risky thing to do in a game.
Would you say Jizzle?
Maybe a touchdown. I can't. No, that's too much for a sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him doing that for.
Yeah, I hope not. I don't think.
Speaking of sack dances, I don't know if you guys remember Cassius Marsh, who before Bosa was there. Cassius Marsh, he was like the guy who was like the standout player on defense, and he had that celebration where he would do that kick, where he would do that jump kick every time he made a sack or he had a play or whatever. He would do that jump kick.
Yeah. So if you was to think about it, if Chris Kocurek rotate Drake and Hyder on the inside,
I think we're good wherever they, as long as Eric Armstead stays inside.
Yeah, thank you.
I think with everybody else, like I think we're good.
Yeah.
No matter where they are.
Yeah, because
Armstead and Kinlaw specifically inside.
Exactly. And listen, I've been calling for that since last year because I like their height. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though they're strong in the middle, I like their height. So for whoever quarterback that we're going against, they're going to have to run on the outside because Kinlaw and Armstead height. Yo, man, I'm looking for a tip pass that's going to lead into an interception. What if Kinlaw get an interception and run that jump back? What? Yo, man.
Hey, stop playing with his name on the internet, man.
What happened? What'd you say?
I said, stop playing with his name on the internet, man.
You know what? Didn't he have an interception already?
Yeah.
He did. Against the Rams. Yes, against the Rams.
Yeah. Sure did. Yeah, man.
Bosa did too against Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bosa was nicer though because he actually just intercepted it straight on. He acted like he was going to rush. He broke off and just caught it.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh man. Wow. Any sacks from our starters on defense? Like, what y'all think? Who's gonna get one? Who's gonna get two or more from Friday night's game? Y'all predict any sacks?
I don't expect it to or more for anybody, but
Yeah, nah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just freestyling, man. I'm just thinking.
I think Ridgeway will get one, like in like the second or third quarter or something. One of those
Didn't
guys.
Ridgeway get hurt though? Didn't Ridgeway get hurt? I don't know if he's playing or not because I
Oh, is
remember
he?
Ridgeway.
Okay, if he did, I'm not aware of it.
Yeah, I think he's hurt. I don't think he's playing. I think he's hurt.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I think
didn't
he's
know.
hurt. Yeah.
Let me take a look.
Ridgeway hurt.
Yeah, quad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is quad. They saying
Armstead will probably be back for Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Kyle already came out and said that he's not playing a lot of the starters in
Yeah.
that Minnesota preseason game
Yeah.
because it's a long trip and he wants to rest a lot of the starters. So I think he said first and third game, some of the starters will be put in. Yeah, I think he'll be more cautious with Kinlaw though because Kinlaw's just coming back from that knee surgery, so I think he's gonna be a little more cautious with Kinlaw.
Yeah.
In these
I agree. Yeah.
Just to show y'all, can y'all see that at the bottom? They got Armstead for like 3 to 4 weeks. I think they're gonna play it safe with Armstead. We already know Hurst is out for the season. I apologize if it's too blurry on y'all end. I can see it clear. I don't know why it's probably blurry on y'all end, but on my end it's crystal clear. But Armstead, they got predicting him out 3 to 4 weeks. I think they're thinking he'll return back probably about 3 to 4 weeks. And then we know about Jordan Matthews, Jalen Moore, they saying 2 weeks. And Marcus Johnson, well, we already know about that situation, about that scuffle and brawl during training camp.
Yeah, he's in concussion protocol.
Yeah, unfortunately. So
all right. I gotta head out. I appreciate you guys for letting me back on to talk some football.
Man.
So
Bro.
Anytime.
Yeah, man.
Right,
no doubt, man.
All right, be easy, man.
You're more than welcome, man. You better be glad you're leaving because I was about to hit the trivia questions. I'm about to hit the favorite huddle with the trivia questions now.
Okay, then I'm gonna stay for the trivia questions.
All
I
right.
can't even lie. I love the trivia questions.
All right. Cool.
I was gonna go eat some food, but I'll grab some food later. I like to test myself with the trivia.
Reeling everybody back in with the trivia questions.
All right, no doubt.
Hopefully they're correct this time.
You know what?
You're never gonna live that down.
I know you're not. See? Oh man. All right, so listen, to our faithful viewers, we always present a trivia question to the faithful huddle and also to our viewers. Not only that we entertain one another and also we like to educate everyone that watches the show. So move right along. Here's our first question of tonight. So faithful huddle. In which Super Bowl winning season did Joe Montana complete less than 60% of his passes for the only time in his career as a 49er starter? A, 1984, B, 1981, C, 1989, or D, 1988? Our beloved First Lady, I see you. What's up?
I'm gonna go with B.
Okay, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. Our family member from the West Coast and Mean the Dream. What's up, bro?
I feel like B is a pretty good choice, but I'll go with C. Last year, so I'll go C.
You will see. Okay, that's your final answer.
Yep, locking it in.
All right, Jizzle my nizzle from the West Coast, Bay Area. What's up, bro? What you got?
I think Amin's one is actually a really good, astute one to do, but I'm gonna stick with go with First Lady and go with B.
Okay. So okay. All right. So you going with B?
Yes, lock it
Okay.
in.
All right. Prez, our general manager of the show. What's up, bro? Shut him down, man. Let him know.
I'm going with B. I'm going with B.
You go with B too?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait, man. See, listen, you're matching with Uncle Keith. Now you're following our first lady. You going with B?
Yeah, no, I'm going with B. That was my original.
I'm only mess with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm only mess with you. All right. So okay, all right. To the faithful huddle.
Yeah, incorrect.
Y'all all incorrect.
I knew it.
Y'all all incorrect. The correct answer is D, 1988.
Okay, so I wasn't way off. I was just off by a year.
Google it, First Lady. Google it.
I was only off by a year. I knew it was probably either 89 or 88. I just said it was 89.
Google it. And real talk to our faithful huddle and our faithful viewers, the reason why I picked this question, you know how there was a concern regarding Trey Lance completions regarding the training camp. So I came across this trivial question, and I was like, yo, this is dope. Cause I'm like, yo, if Joe Montana could win a Super Bowl with a completion of less than 60% of his passes, yo, that's unbelievable. And that's the second Super Bowl.
Yep.
I'm like,
can I say something real quick about Trey Lance and his completion percentage?
What up, bro? No doubt, man. You got it.
A lot of people talk about it, right? It's been a buzz around Twitter about him and his completion percentage. Oh, he's been completing less than 50% of his passes. But here's the way I look at it. There'll be passes where Trey Lance will straight up miss. And we know that. We've heard about that from people that have been there.
Yeah.
But the reason why Trey Lance's completion percentage, I feel like, is low, and people also look at, oh, Jimmy Garoppolo completed more than 60% of his passes last year in training camp.
Yeah.
Now, the difference between Jimmy and Trey, first off, is that the secondary wasn't what it is now. The secondary wasn't even close to what it is being now. Emmanuel Mosley had another year to develop. You added Charvarius Ward. It's not the same secondary.
Right.
And then if you look at this season in specific, with Trey Lance has been taking a lot of more deep shots compared to Jimmy Garoppolo. So whereas Jimmy Garoppolo, if the play is collapsing, he can, throw a check down, or he could throw a little screen pass or whatever. And we all know it. Jimmy Garoppolo can only throw accurately or be efficient from the 10 to 15 at maybe 20 yards throwing the football. Where with Trey Lance, he could hit that deep pass. So if you look at the completion percentage, yes, there will be throws where Trey Lance will miss, but Trey Lance takes shots. He takes deep shots. He takes a pass, and he doesn't necessarily always try to look for the check down or try to, just get the ball out. He'll try to make a play happen, right? And sometimes that pays off, where if you look at that play where he was rolling to his right and he throws it to Ayuk, there's plays where that pays off. But then on other situations, it'll be behind the receiver, or you just won't hit it because it's a hard pass to hit.
Right.
So that completion percentage, it's not that, Trey Lance isn't an accurate quarterback. Now, I think accuracy is something that he could be better at. It just Trey Lance takes shots. He takes those risks, whereas Jimmy Garoppolo wouldn't take those risks, neither in practice and neither in games would he take that risk. He would just try to get the ball out, or he would take a sack, get the ball out, or try to hit or try to throw it to his safety blanket in that specific play. So, I mean, that's the difference where people look at comparing Jimmy's completion percentage to this year. There's a lot of factors, corners, and then also Trey's willing to take those deep shots, and he's willing to take those risks.
And I totally agree with you. And along with that, what you just said, bro, you want him to experience that against our defense. If our defense for the past 3 years, we've been a top 5 defense, if I can remember correctly. However, with this defense now, being that we're more in depth, you want him to face that and see that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I think both sides of the ball will both design to make each other better. You follow what I'm saying?
Yep. And practice is the place where you want Trey Lance to make his mistakes.
Exactly.
You don't
Right.
want that to happen in a game. Like you just
Exactly.
don't want, right? If you're down by a touchdown or 3 point, or it's a one possession game, you
Yeah.
don't want Trey Lance making that mistake in a game.
Yeah.
Might as well let him figure out what he can do in practice and see, okay, I could take that risk in this situation, or I could, force this pass in this situation, whatever it might be. It's better for Trey Lance to go through his ups and downs and learn as much as he can and make his mistakes in practice
Yeah.
than it is in an actual game, because in an actual game it matters. If you make that play in practice, we move on to the next play, or another quarterback comes in or whatever, and then you watch that on tape and you learn from that the next day, or you learn from that and you try to bounce back from that. If that happens in a game and you're down by a possession,
Yeah.
that's a pivotal mistake. So I'd rather have it in practice than I would in a game.
I agree. I agree 100%. I agree 100%, man. You know what I think, faithful Huddle and our faithful viewers? I just think it's the excitement of missing football so much and seeing Trey, knowing that he has a high ceiling. You follow what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just think it's just a hunger of football Sundays, 49er football Sundays. I mean, that's all it is. I really don't think it's that serious. Maybe some may take it serious, which I disagree with, that they shouldn't take serious. But it's like you said, training camp is the place where you want to grow and make your mistakes and also acknowledge those mistakes, which he has.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you want in a young quarterback.
Yep, and even based off press conferences last year, whereas Jimmy would be like, "We gotta do better," Trey Lance was like, "Okay, I made this mistake, or I have to do better in order for my team to win." And
Right.
that's the accountability that you want your quarterback to take. And down in Carolina, you got two quarterbacks who are just okay. But I remember Baker Mayfield last year, where he'd be like, one reporter asked him like, "Oh, what's your response to fans booing you in the game?" He's like, "Those are probably the same fans that don't. They're probably the same fans that boo us while we're on offense. So I don't really care."
Mm-hmm.
Right? So Baker wasn't accountable, or he didn't hold himself accountable. Now I'm not saying that he didn't he didn't know. I'm not saying that he didn't necessarily work on it, but at the same time he didn't hold himself accountable to the media. Whereas Trey Lance, you could already tell he's like, "Okay, I made this mistake and I'm trying to get better, and I know what I did wrong and I just have to work upon it."
Yeah, exactly.
I think with like Trey Lance going against our defense, like it's a great defense to go against, because I think we'll be in the top 5 again this season.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see him go. I mean, I'm kind of with Kyle Shanahan on this, where, it would be nice to have practice against another team, not just, before the second preseason, but like pretty much, like most of training camp. That would be kind of cool.
And this season is going to be a real test for Trey Lance, because you're going up against Tampa Bay's defense. You're going up against the Rams defense twice a year. You're going up against a lot of not even good defenses, but a lot of good teams this year. Forget about the division games. You got the Broncos, you got the Chiefs, you got the Buccaneers, you got the Saints, I think, also this year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. But you have a lot of good teams that you're going up against. So this will be a real test for Trey Lance. Obviously, it helps going up against the Niners defense with their great secondary and that great defensive line.
Yeah.
But this year we'll see what Trey Lance is made out of with, the defenses and the teams that he's going up against.
Yeah.
And I mean, ultimately, hopefully we end up being successful and, win a lot of the majority of those games. But it'll be a fun season. I don't know if you guys heard, but Shanahan went on a podcast, and I think he said that Shanahan went on a podcast. That's what I've heard. Shanahan went on the I Am Athlete podcast with Brandon Marshall, and he said that it was between Mac Jones. He was picking between Mac Jones and Trey Lance. It was between those two. And that was the reports pre-draft. It was like, "Oh, they're going to draft Mac Jones. They're going to draft Mac Jones." And we all know it. Like, the media was asking him about it. He wouldn't say nothing about it. He would be like, "No, there's 5 good guys in this draft, and we think all of them can play quarterback." But he went on with Brandon Marshall on the podcast, and I think he said it. He said that it was between Mac Jones and Trey Lance.
Okay, that's news to me, man.
Damn.
That's news to me. I always said me. I'm gonna be honest with the faithful huddle. I seen footage of Justin Fields first. Then I seen footage of Trey Lance. And I was just like, yo, they both good. But I was like, yo, Trey Lance, he has that height. You follow what I'm saying? I was like, yo. And me personally, I was like, yo, I don't want a quarterback that mimics Wilson. And no disrespect to, Justin Fields. I was like, nah, I want to roll with Trey Lance. So being that you mentioned that, that's news to my ears, man. I ain't hear nothing about that. I would look.
I always knew it was that Mac Jones was in the picture at least. You know what I mean? I mean, because when you go back to the fact that they wanted Kirk Cousins and they made it no secret that they were going after Kirk Cousins before they got in on Jimmy Garoppolo. And Mac Jones is like the same prototype as a Kirk Cousins, a processor basically, nothing elite, jack of all trades, master of none. He's that kind of guy. So I kind of going into the end of the process, I thought we might actually take Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, I know you were saying that you gotta go eat. Let me just hit the faithful huddle and also our faithful viewers another trivia question. Here we go. All right. Which of these pass rushers did not have at least 10 sacks as a rookie?
Can I answer this right away? I think this is pretty obvious. But B.
Okay. First lady.
Okay. Can I clarify? Are we talking postseason and regular season, or just regular season?
Look rookie.
Regular season.
All right, that is B. That is B.
Okay, first lady.
A.
Jizzle my nizzle.
You guys said B? I'm saying C.
Okay, that's your final answer?
Yeah.
Press, our GM.
Man, I don't know, man.
Trust. Come on, trust the process.
All right. We're going to be with Bosa.
Okay. All right, faithful huddle. Jizzle, you're wrong, bro.
What?
Yeah,
okay. I thought we were.
I thought Bosa had 10 sacks that
year. Yeah, 9.
Yeah, 9.
Wow.
Nick Bosa had 9. And first lady, I checked it out. Bosa
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, I know.
2-1 on the night. 2-1 on the night.
Nick Bosa had 9. I checked. Oh wow, 9. I'm like, okay. He
almost had it times,
the Michael Jordan fist,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So faithful huddle. I mean, that's what I got for tonight. I can keep going as long as y'all want to talk. We can keep on talking, man. What's up? Talk about anything y'all want. Anybody? What's up? Jizzle, Prez.
I'm just excited to be going to the preseason game, starting it off.
Yeah.
And I'm like First Lady said, it's good to see our guys going against someone else other than themselves. You know what I mean? I think it's getting, when you keep going against that, it's kind of, if you keep going against each other, it kind of mitigates the chemistry that you've got, because you start to hate that person because they start to irritate you because you see them all the time. You know what I mean? And they're always stopping you from doing what you want to do. When you go in the kitchen, they in the kitchen, that type of thing. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see us go against the Packers.
Well, speaking of the Packers, so I saw a podcast where Matt LaFleur went on a podcast, and the reporter asked it, or like the podcast host asked him, he's like, "You're in a playoff game. You have 3 timeouts left. You're down by 8. It's 3rd and goal. What are you gonna do? 2 minutes left." And then he was like, "Oh, that's an interesting situation." So the podcast host asked him, he's like, "Did that ever happen to you?" He was referring to the Tampa Bay Packers NFC Championship game where they were down by 8. It was 3rd and goal, and LaFleur decides to kick a field goal, and they end up losing that game. And obviously, Brady won another Super Bowl. But then he was like, Matt LaFleur, you could tell Matt LaFleur wasn't too happy about that. So he was like, what are you going to do? He's like, Matt LaFleur wasn't answering. So he was like, okay, so you're telling me you're going to kick 3 field goals in 2 minutes and try to win the game.
Yeah, I'll be mad too, Matt.
And then Matt LaFleur is like, I don't know if I'm going to come on this podcast.
Yeah,
again.
I bet. I bet. Oh my
That's
God.
great.
Crazy. Yeah. Wow.
Well, 1 month from tomorrow, the season starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real deal. Real deal.
Absolutely.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to seeing Trey Lance play every single game. If he doesn't get injured, hopefully he doesn't get injured.
Yeah.
But I mean, the games that Trey Lance would play last year, it would be like, let's go. Trey Lance is getting in the game. He's starting, or he's. I went to that Seattle game, and Trey Lance got in the game, and I'm like, yes, right. And I'm like, oh, I feel bad for you, Jimmy. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. But I'm like, yes, we get to see Trey Lance. But anytime you get to see Trey Lance play, especially last year, it was a super exciting game. And it made it more exciting, and you wanted to watch it more, and you were more excited for the game because Trey Lance either was starting or he came into the game and he was the quarterback because Jimmy G got hurt. So obviously seeing Trey Lance every single game, it's going to be fun.
Facts.
Yeah, it was real cool to see him score his first touchdown against the Packers.
Packers, yes.
In person.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
All right, I'm going to head out. I appreciate you guys for having me once again.
Always, bro. Always.
Anytime. Have a good night.
Be easy.
Have a good night, bro.
Later.
Yeah, faithful huddle. So, but yeah, I agree with you, Jizzle. I mean, I honestly, I can't say it enough. I'm excited as well, regarding Friday. Probably late tonight, I probably watch Brick by Brick. I totally forgot that it premiered tonight. I was thinking tomorrow.
Okay.
Huh?
I didn't know it was tonight. Okay.
Yeah. Our first lady, she got on my case. She's like, you posted last Wednesday and that. Yo, real talk. I had totally forgot all about it. You know, I definitely gonna check it out later on tonight. But yeah, faithful huddle and our faithful viewers. I'm excited for Friday. Of course, we as a faithful, we're gonna watch every down, every design play. We're gonna watch players who made their assignments. We're gonna try to observe the chemistry that's on the field. We're going to try to identify our identity, because our identity is very important, you know. However, you know, I'm excited for Friday. You know, go Niners, like our first lady always said, go Niners. You know.
And I just think, you know, because I know there are fans out there that just kind of, you know, like if something happens, you know, the world's coming to an end and stuff like that. Like, and, you know, I don't like to be the whole, oh, it's only preseason, but it is only preseason, you know, but just be excited that our guys are going to be out there and, you know, and we'll kick it into gear, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. And just to add real quick, yo, BA said it a couple of pressers ago. He was saying, he ain't saying in a bad way. He was saying like, yo, I'm tired of going against you know, our defense.
Yeah.
They want to see something new. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. They already been tested already. Today was day 12 of their training camp. So I mean, like, yo, BA, I'm telling you guys, yo, man,
He's going off.
Huh?
He's going off this year. BA got.
Yeah, I'm telling you, yo, he's gonna cause some problems. You know what I think? I think he's gonna cause some problems and he's gonna cause some distractions, meaning that he's gonna have 2 defenders on him.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else will be open.
Yeah, man, because he got long arms, and Jizzle reminded me many shows ago that he's fast, because I haven't seen it. I mean, I've seen his route running has been improved, but as far as the speed, I haven't seen it until Jizzle had told me many shows ago I didn't know he was that fast. I mean, I knew he was fast, but I didn't know he was that fast.
If Herman Edwards said they had him GPS on him, he would have been running
4.3. You told me it's a 4.3. I think you told me.
Yeah, but he never was able to do the 40 because he was injured at that time. He had the groin. But
right.
Regards to the preseason, I agree. It's only preseason. Unless the Niners are getting off, then that means everything. That means it's over for these cats out here. So, you know.
Yeah.
But if we don't get off, then it's only preseason. So we look at it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt.
It'll just be good to see them out there. Like that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. 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 And you know what? Also, I'm telling you, it's always gonna be that player or players that we haven't thought about.
Yeah.
That's gonna like.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to is people to start separating themselves.
Yeah.
Like Friday's the first point where these fringe dudes and these other dudes that are playing for those second and third backup spots, they're going to start to separate themselves. And they get a lot of playing time. So it's good to see that. And when you're going up against the Packers, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're going up against quality depth as well. The Packers are a Super Bowl team, you know what I'm saying? Contender, at least from that standpoint, meaning they have a roster, and they've been that way for years. So you have a roster that's built. So they have good quality depth. So it should be a good competition for our backups. You're not playing scrubs in that manner. So
real quick, Faithful Huddle and our faithful viewers, I was showing support last night to two content creators. Shout out to all the 49ers content creators that are working hard and doing their thing and showcasing their work and their opinions regarding the 49ers. However, again, back to what I was saying, I was supporting two content creators regarding the 49ers, of course. One of the brothers on the panel was mentioning if Trent Williams don't play, Trey Lance shouldn't play. And I was just like, huh? I was like, yo, if this is my opinion. If Trent Williams don't play, I'm fine with that. Even if he don't play these 3 games, I'm fine with that. You follow what I'm saying? I'd rather, and this is not personally, I'd rather see Trey Lance than have Trent Williams out there. And
and even I didn't mean to cut you off, but even like people have been reporting that Trey Lance has not only been working with the first team offense, but he's also been offensive line, but he's also been working with the second team offensive line. Correct. So that helps too. I mean,
correct. And what it was last night, the brother concerned, I forgot his name. The brother concerned was his concern was Trey Lance's blind spot on the left side, because of course we know Trey Lance is a righty. And I understand that, but I'm like, yo, and I understand that we want to get over that injury bug, and I get it. But for him to say, and I'm not coming down on the brother, I mean, that's his opinion, and I respect it. All I was saying was, because I had made a comment based on what he said, and I was saying, and I was very concise with my words. I was like, yo, Trent Williams is not playing.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I don't think Trent Williams is playing in neither one of these preseason games.
He didn't play last year.
Yeah, I think he said that.
Bosa don't play preseason. Yeah.
I read that Mike McGlinchey's going to play a little bit.
Yeah, and he should. He need the reps, and he needs to show. He don't really need. Well,
he needs to knock some rust off. Rust off.
Yeah. What I was gonna say, First Lady, in the faithful, I was gonna say he don't really need to show us in the way he does, but he really need to show himself. You feel me? Because the offensive line coach, I wish we had more time, man. I'm telling you, I be having so much stuff for us to go across, but we don't have enough time. Because I respect everybody's time zones and stuff like that. But with that said, real quick, the offensive line coach was mentioning one of the main things that I was mentioning. And I was mentioning two, but one of them that the offensive coach had mentioned, he was mentioning that Mike McGlinchey only had to work on his hands, his mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been saying that all along. I said he needed to work. Well, I was saying he needed to work on his athleticism. And I was kind of like meaning like his hands and his footwork. You follow what I'm saying? But learning from Mike McGlinchey that, and also the offensive line coach, he also mentioned that, yeah, he was overweight. And he was saying that Mike McGlinchey's weight, what was his words? Maybe I should use my word. It kind of like brought up.
I think he's back to his 2019 weight.
Right. I think he said 215, 210, 215, or 220, something like that. Right. Back in 2019. Right. And I think the offensive line was saying his weight hurt him. I'm going to use that word, hurt him the past 2 seasons. So being that Mike McGlinchey is saying that, he's feeling good and he's gradually looking good with the reps, I think he'll be fine. Regarding Friday, because the favor was going to observe him on that right side. That right side, right tackle, has always been the main pain point of the fearful concerns. You follow what I'm saying? Because
even if he's in there for like a few plays, they're still gonna.
Oh, yeah. But
that's always been the concern. Honestly, right when we got Shanahan, we got rid of Trent Brown, and Trent Brown was solidifying that role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had that role solidified opposite of Staley. They're looking.
Yeah. So honestly, guys, I think I'm talking about the offensive line. I think McKivitz is starting at left tackle. Of course, Banks at left guard, Brindle at center, Burford at right guard, and McGlinchey at right tackle. That's what I'm seeing. I mean, for our starting 5, on Friday, So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Like,
who started that strong safety? Is it going to be Funga or Tavares Moore? Who wants to guess that?
Starting?
Yeah.
I think Huff starts.
I think Huff starts too. Prez, what you think, bro?
The way he's gone, it definitely sounds like he's going to start.
Yeah. It's kind of like for me, it's like show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like show us what we've been bragging about you about on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, they're both going to start because Jimmy Ward ain't going to play, so Hufanga is going to be there in this. Strong safety, and then T Moore will be the free safety.
Yo, Prez, I forgot about that. I don't know if you seen my text when you text us that information. I'm not.
That was Charvarius Ward. Ward. I'm talking Jimmy Ward.
I know, but I'm only going. I feel you, bro. I'm only going by the text. You mentioned Jimmy Ward, and because you said C Ward also, and you also mentioned Mosley.
Oh no, it wasn't. I didn't mean to put. That was a typo. I didn't mean Jimmy. No, it's just Charvarius.
Okay.
Jimmy won't be playing in this because he's a starter, so he won't be playing Friday. So that's why I think T Moore will be the free safety and Hufanga will be the strong safety.
Gotcha. So it sounds like.
I mean, I still think when it's weird because it just flops Jimmy around. Because Jimmy's best position is strong safety. His best position is strong safety and guarding tight ends. That's what he's always done. The only reason Jimmy had to play free safety is because Jaworski was not it. and we didn't have another. Well, we had it because if you remember in the Super Bowl, who was playing? It was T. Moore and Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward was strong safety. T. Moore was free safety. That's what it was. T. Moore just got hurt that following season early, and that's when it switched. And so Jimmy's. I mean, it just shows how crazy Jimmy is because Jimmy came here as a corner out of Northern Illinois, and that's where we played him that first year.
I agree.
Then he got moved to strong safety year 3. I think the first 2 years because he got hurt early, Jimmy. So he had issues the first year, and so I even think the second year, maybe mid-second year,
strong safety would be his ideal position.
Yeah, but he needs to be. So it's like that's why I think in passing downs, like Jizzle was saying, where it's going to be rotating or whatever. In passing downs, I think it's going to be T. Moore and at free safety. It just depends on how they want to play him. But I see Huff more as that robber role, that robber, nickel linebacker coming off the edge. I think that's where he excels. I think he got torched last year in coverage, and he could have got better, but it's like he was pretty bad in coverage. Yeah. Huff was. And he's just a rookie. I'm not saying that against him, and he was a 5th rounder. But T. Moore, so we'll just see. I don't know how they'll do it.
Oh man, I wish I had time to. I wish I had more time with you guys to go back to the assessments regarding all the coaches and the secondary coach. Man, he was talking about Jimmy Ward, and he was talking about just like what you were saying, President Jizzle, when Jimmy Ward came in, he played nickel, cornerback, free safety, and strong safety. However, the coach, the secondary, was saying how Jimmy was like quiet. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying how Jimmy Ward had developed vocally. You follow what I'm saying? You know, so it was a developing stage with Jimmy. But being that you, meaning you, Prez, and Jizzle, y'all was saying that he's better at strong safety. I think these two positions to me, I think he's better at. I think he's better at nickel, and I think he's better at free safety, in my opinion. But being that he's more vocal now, I can see that with strong safety because that's more of that position responsibility, be more vocal. You follow what I'm saying?
Well, he's best suited. He's locked down tight ends his whole career.
Right.
He's played,
right.
But you don't do that at free safety. His best qualities are tackling. So he has to play the box. That's what I mean by him playing free safety. That's not our best bet because he's still playing out of his best position. It may be what the defense has to have, but where he's most impactful is guarding the tight ends, but also stopping the run. And you don't get that out of him if he's playing free safety. He doesn't have the hands to play free safety. You know what I'm saying? And you preferably would want somebody taller out there, free safety, to take away throwing lanes. You know, but ultimately, what I was getting at is the 49ers have cost Jimmy Ward a lot of money in his career because he's been played out of position. I mean, it's really crazy to see the accolades he's gotten, where he's at now, and how they look at him, considering he's never really got to play in his best spot.
Gotcha. So let me ask the Fable Huddle this: do y'all think Jimmy Ward should go back to strong safety? And if he does, will he get more interceptions at strong safety than free safety?
Yes. If T. Moore is healthy, he's going back to strong safety 100%.
Really?
Oh, I totally, yeah, absolutely.
Well, T. Moore is healthy. It just reps.
Stays healthy.
Well,
stays healthy. He's been hurt every year that he's been in the league. That's the issue with him.
Yeah.
But it's a good play. I mean, we know what he can be. I mean, he's a perennial Pro Bowl free safety. You know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy Ward. So either way, we're in a good spot. I just think we're in the best spot if that means, because if you in the playoffs, Hufanga made a lot of plays around the ball. whether it was sacks where they had him started, because he started having coming off the edge in those last few games. He was used as a rusher. Hufanga was.
Yeah. It's a good question. First Lady, what you think? What's up?
Who do y'all think will be the starting DBs on Friday? I think Ambry Thomas is going to be one.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Lenore.
Yeah, it's Demo and Ambry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, we know what you meant, Ty. We know what you meant, bro. Wow.
You could see Walmart starting at
the nickel. Yeah, I was just going to say Womack as the nickel.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. That it's going to be a battle between Denard and Womack. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
I really like him.
Which one?
Sam Womack.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. the way they was comparing him with Richard Sherman as far as his body length, I was like, yo, okay. What's up with his speed, Womack? Y'all know?
8'4". Yeah, he's good there.
Okay.
And he's got the wingspan. He's just a little slight or small, but he's got the wingspan that offsets that. Yeah, he's gonna be something.
Well, we'll see. First date of roster cuts is Tuesday. Go from 90 to 85.
What was that?
First day for roster cuts is Tuesday. They go from 90 to 85.
Yeah, that's a good reminder. So you know what that means. All guys, no breaks regarding Friday night's game.
Yeah.
Woo!
For a lot of folks.
Yeah, I remember having that list too, which you just mentioned, First Lady. I gotta find it.
Yeah, it's on my calendar on my phone, so I'll send you the things.
Yeah, good luck because I need it.
I wonder did Justin Wilson know that day?
Yo, man, let me tell you. Yo, real talk, Faithful Huddle. Yo, let me tell you, man. Yo, I was biting. Real talk. When Cam Inman was chill, bro. You about to make me laugh. Yo, when Cam Inman was on with a show, I wanted to ask him, like, yo, do you have?
I did too.
I actually
wanted to talk about the running.
Yo, I was biting my tongue, yo, because I wanted to respect his time with us, and I was like, yo, Mark, don't ask him about Jeff Wilson, and I wanted to, but I want to know what was going on with my boy, and I only heard one, just me. I can't say y'all heard just one, but I only heard one good training camp practice out of Jeff Wilson, man. I even reached out to David Lombardi, yo, and he hasn't responded to me yet. And I was like, well, maybe that ain't a good.
I think we should hit up Cam for some follow-up questions.
Yeah, man, because I'm like, yo, what's up with my guy? I mean, we know he making a team. Yo, Jizzle, man, get out my head, man. Yeah, real talk, us baldies, man. All three of us got bald heads, man. We supposed to stick together, brother. Come on, man. What's up with you, man?
We are sticking together, man. You know.
Yeah, man. He gonna make it, man. We know Mason is gonna make it too. He gonna, yo.
Well,
I know. Look at Brett. Yeah. Yo, you see Brett's like, well, I don't know.
No, I'm just saying because that makes 6, and we can't have 6. We have to have 5. We got too many players on the roster.
Yeah.
We can only have 4 running backs. And
we might not hear from Prez for a while if Sermon doesn't make it.
Oh, that's not happening.
Sermon's looking good. We've seen all the stuff in camp. He's looking really, really good.
It's
and we were catching a third rounder.
Yeah, he didn't get
credit. The oldest guy in the room that doesn't play special teams. It just comes down to that sometimes.
Yeah, man. I don't know if I can see.
I'd be worried if Sermon if we didn't trade up and then lose draft picks to get Sermon, then I would be more concerned about he might be cut, but they ain't cutting him after they used draft equity to move up.
Thank you, Price, for bringing him up, yo. I be thinking about so much. But yo, Trey Sermon and Mason, those who I want to see. Those two, I definitely want to see.
Oh yeah, hands down, I'm ready.
I know everybody keep talking about TDP, but I want to see Trey.
It's cooled off. The TDP stuff's cooled off. Well, if we're being completely honest, they've not talked good about any of the running backs. If we're really being honest, there ain't a whole lot of reports about the running backs besides Elijah Mitchell. They ain't really saying
taking 90% of the snaps.
Yeah,
but you know what too? I mean, Kyle said this, I think it was earlier today, that usually, the defense does better than the offense in training camp anyway. And then somebody also had said, maybe it was one of the reporters that said that Friday is going to be like a really, good time to see like the running backs and how physical, they've been in training camp and stuff with a few of the good reports that have come out of training camp, with regard to them. So, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely think to go with what you're saying. I think the running back position, when it comes down to Saturday, Friday night, that's the biggest. Like this game is most important for these running backs, and then I think it comes down to our second term, second string and third string corners. Then I think those are the most important positions of this game. That really where this game really, really, truly matters.
Yeah. Y'all, do Danny Gray score a touchdown on Friday night?
I hope so.
First play of the game.
Yeah.
Is that deep bomb you was talking about?
No, first play of the game.
Yeah.
Air it out.
I mean, that sounds like a good person. That sounds like a good person to score a touchdown. Would be Danny Gray. Probably up against the second unit.
Yeah.
With Sudfeld.
Let me ask y'all this. The very first play, pass or run?
Pass.
Oh, run.
Run. Pass. Jules said run. Press said run. I'll say run also.
It could be play action. It could be a play action.
Yeah. But I think run though, guys. I think run. You think Jules gonna sit out?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so. I was thinking about Jules. I think he's gonna sit out.
Well, I guess that's another position where this game really matters for Dwelly, Warner, and Croft.
Real talk. I think the 49ers gonna keep 7 wide receivers, guys.
Maybe.
First lady keep receipts. Keep the receipts.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I think they're gonna keep 7 wide receivers, and real talk, Prez, Jizzle. I think we're gonna keep 3 tight ends.
I mean, I already had them keeping 5 receivers and 3 tight ends. So
okay, I think we're just keeping 3 tight ends. Check this out. From studying from David Lombardi, he hit the nail right on the head, but he also taught me something regarding Croft, and I'm gonna back up. I've always said this about Dwelly. Always said Dwelly had the best. No.
He did. Best hands.
Right. Dwelly always had the best hands. I think his receptions is by far the best within the tight end core. However, David Lombardi, who was mentioned, I think Monday, he was mentioning that Croft is a better blocker than all the tight ends on that core. And yeah, he was also including Kittle too, First Lady. So don't get mad. But look at your face.
No, now he's wilding. He's wilding with that.
Miss me with that.
Yeah, he's a really good blocker though. That's what I was saying. That's why I knew he's going to get that spot. Remember, I
didn't know that. I didn't know Croft was a better blocker. And when you said that, I was like, okay.
I wouldn't say he's a better blocker than Kittle, no matter what they're seeing. But
no. But they're saying who's a better pass catcher than Croft? besides Kittle.
No, he's saying Croft was a better blocker.
Blocker. No, I'm saying pass catcher. So they're saying that Dwelly's the best pass catcher out of them?
Better hands, yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, yo. You word up.
Hold on, cuz.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. And I was playing fantasy, so I was, privy to this. And, I remember Tyler Eifert got hurt in Cincinnati, and Tyler Croft just hit the ground running like no tomorrow, man. He was having 2 touchdown games. It was like, damn, are you Tyler Eifert? You know what I mean? So he's really good at receiving too. And I think as far as like him looking better at blocking than Kittle, we're taking it. I mean, we could relax a little bit. I mean, one guy's on the bubble for making the roster, and one guy's got it already locked. He's probably not going as hard.
Because what they were saying, this is also back in 2019. They were saying Dwelly has like the best hands, and Warner is a better blocker.
Facts.
At that time, and this is before Croft came. Now they're saying the same thing with Dwelly, and now they're saying that this is what David Labarre was saying, that Croft is a better blocker. He was saying that he don't know as far as the status with Warner yet. You follow what I'm saying? But the way things are going, I don't know. Warner
George Kittle loves pancakes.
I don't know what that means. I'm just laughing because it was funny.
He likes his pancake blocks.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
That's actually my fantasy name.
Okay. Okay. All right. I didn't know what that meant, so that's why I had to ask you. I mean, I thought it was just funny. I was like, okay, she's joking, but okay. But again, I'm excited. We're excited. Wow. Yo, I'm gonna be hitting y'all up like crazy, yo. Yo, being that Jizz gonna be at the game, you probably hit me up later, bro, because you probably be so into the damn game. But
yeah, I'm gonna represent though. I'm worried that always faithful out there to take pictures for y'all. So
yeah, man, no doubt, man. Represent that. Appreciate it, bro. Always. But yeah, faithful huddle, our faithful viewers. God bless you all. Thank you all for your availability and support. Shout out to Cam Inman. Thank you very much. We thank you. First lady,
thank you, Cam. Thanks for coming on.
First lady, you know what's up. We thank you. We thank you. I mean the dream. Thank you for popping up. You know you're always welcome, bro. You're probably still eating. but thank you, bro. Ty, my brother.
Thanks.
Then the East Coast. Thank you, bro. You know I love you, bro. We're gonna link up. Faithful Huddle. I'm gonna talk to you probably tomorrow. Me and Ty was talking about linking up. He's I'm going to share with you, being that we live. Ty is he's inspired to start his own podcast.
Okay.
However, his podcast is going to be one-on-one podcast
to get to know the faithful.
Yeah, which is dope. He hit me up in the DM and we talked a lot about it. And I told him, man, I'm excited. Things he was telling me about his vision, and
it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. It really does. So I just want to share with the Faithful Huddle yeah. So with that said, Faithful Huddle, I'm good on my end.
Yeah.
Great show.
Thanks.
Likewise.
Go Niners.
Yeah, absolutely. Get that dub. I don't care if it's preseason. Just get that win. It matters, man. But on that note, Jizzle, you good?
I'm good.
All right. Our GM, Prez, you good, bro?
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Awesome show, man.
Yeah, man. You know it. Shout out to P Ward being good. My uncle for showing up. no sound effects.
Yeah.
Audio was good. Stack those
audio was
days, Uncle
good.
Pete.
Exactly.
Follow the playbook to the T.
Yeah. Found out some information on him owning a restaurant, which I didn't know. But yeah, I'm like, what? You got a restaurant? Look at Brad, bro. Like, hey, man, was I supposed to say something?
I guess not.
Brad, you good though, bro? Nah, my uncle ain't like that, man.
Nah.
Yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong making that quiet money as long as it's legal. Hey, man, ain't no judgment here. First lady, love you. Jizzle, love you. Prez, love you.
Love you too, man. Love y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Our favorite viewers, love you. Thank you for your support. And,
yes, thank you.
Yeah, we out of here, faithful.
Go Niners.
All right.